Hey everybody, welcome to Hard-Coded Gaming. Uh, why am I starting like this? Well, I don't like to let elephants in rooms go unaddressed. This is mid-November 2024 that we're streaming this, and I probably don't need to tell you what world events have just happened. We're not going to talk about that for too long. You can just skip ahead to where you see gameplay if you're watching the VOD, which you are. Um, uh, but listen, I think some mistakes were made. Um, Suffice to say that. Um, Not happy about that. And if you're happy about that, I encourage you to, you know, talk to somebody with doesn't agree with you on that stuff that you can trust. Not strangers on the internet. Don't ask them to debate me. Just, you know, be willing to hear people out. Um, and clearly we have different views, different priorities, and I can't be the person who changes your mind on that. And those of you who are a bit more in agreement with me that that sucked, I'm going to share two things, and they're both pretty stupid, but uh, they do mean something to me. One of them, the point is to be kind of stupid. It's a line from the Sonata Arctica song "Life." That is, life is better alive. It's a dumb thing to say, but the fact would wane away. I saw those guys live mid-November 2016. So, oh, that album's old. What's that? Huh. Anyway, but it was a good reminder then. It's a good reminder now. The other one is like really doesn't have anything remotely to do with like uh, the real world that much. Uh, it's applicable though. It's from a band called Ancient Bards, who I've mentioned a couple of times, and unfortunately involved in a joke at the end of my like failed bit at the end of my the one video on my channel that everyone's seen. But I it's not a line from it. It's just the title of a song. It's called "Hope Dies Last," and that sounds cool. And it didn't really click with me until very recently, like within the last couple of days. It does not mean that hope is the last thing you lose. It means that hope is alive with you. Hope is that as long as you're still breathing, so is hope. So please hold on to that. Please stick to people. Be, you know, love people. You don't. That doesn't mean. That doesn't mean that. You don't have to understand and forgive everybody. And, but you know, most people are decent face to face. It's just we have a real problem recognizing humanity in people that we don't see directly. Um, but that's a downer. I I feel like I need to bring it home into something weird and silly. Um, but you know, it's you. I should have stopped that hope is alive with you. Let's just say that again. Hope is alive with you. It dies last. It'll and that even means that for some time it'll be around when you're gone too, and that won't be anytime soon. Uh, yeah, my promise on that. That's better. I'm not good at those. I'm not good at those, and we're gonna stop them. I usually play darker and weirder stuff, and well, uh, the we're done talking about that stuff, but we'll just say you might understand. Feel like going a little bit lighter today. We're playing a game called Magical Diary Wolf Hall. It is a capital DS dating sim, not a like romantic themed visual novel. You have stats. You go to school. You are trying to. I assume that these are the available love interests, but maybe there's some secret ones. I played the wasn't on stream or anything, but I did play the predecessor to this game, Magical Diary Horsehall, which is like 10 years old. It's a you know, same basic concept. Go to wizard school, date people. You played as a girl in this one. You play as a boy in this one. That's like what the halls are in reference to. I am actually recognizing some characters from the first game too. So I am. I'm genuinely curious to see how this goes, because the first game, I said it was a visual novel. It is made in Ren'Py, which is a really accessible. Like if you've ever wanted to just like screw it, I can make a visual novel. Ren'Py is this super accessible kind of a, like Python based language to do it in, and it's really good for visual novels. The developers of this made a dungeon crawler in the first game 10 years ago. There are like some honest to god dungeon crawler segments in it, and it doesn't look like it doesn't even like look or feel, well, it's text based obviously, but like the visuals work. It's like, comparing it to other dungeon crawlers, it's like there was a glass sculpture competition, and here's this one. It's like rough. It's like it's well, yeah, rough, not as polished, not made by somebody as experienced with glassworking, you think. And then you learn that they made it out of ice, and then it's like, oh, what? I assume that's a good comparison. I don't know anything about making any of those. You're gonna get to stop looking at my face now. You're welcome. And we will say goodbye to Wooloo. He will be with us in spirit. Wooloo is always with you in spirit. Also man, there's one really good thing this month. It has been the Pokemon trading card game mobile game. That's quite loud on my end. Okay. Can we get this on full screen, please? Full screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think this is made in 1280p, looking at these like sketches, but okay. I wasn't about to make you look at the border of my desktop the whole time anyway. Let's go. I did look. They made this joke in the first game too. The default name is Mary Sue, so it's Gary Stu. We're gonna hit randomize, and we're just gonna see where the world takes us. That's not a bad look. Say what you want about like white guys with dreadlocks. That I think came across really well. This would not be interesting for max sliders, I don't think. So Doodle, I was gonna try to think of a last name for Doodle when I resolved that I was doing this. Doodle McDingle. There we go. If there's just joining the channel, Doodle was the name of my character in Omori. When we can't customize it too much, I'd like to go by Doodle. If we do get a cool customizer, I like to bring up Max Sliders. Speaking of sliders, let's just get this a little bit. I'm sorry. Adjusting the game. America. It was like walking onto the set of a television series. The houses, all standing apart, the wide roads, the sidewalks with their curious squares, as if you could pick them up and set them down again in a new pattern. I guess? Where are we from? My parents and I arrived in the country 1 week before school would begin, to give me a chance to visit the cities I had read about, and to
give them a chance to be sure that this land was not a gun-swaddled battle zone. Not for now. That is bad timing with our opening there. Oh, God. But a week's not much time to explore when most of these states are bigger than our country, but it's not exactly my last chance. I have a whole year at Iris Academy to learn about the world. My parents sent me to campus in a taxi by myself to be sure that no one at school would see them. They even remembered to leave me enough dollars for a tip. I hope I did it right. Alright, yeah, we get it. In Europe, you don't have to give tips because you get paid enough. Anyway, so this is it. Iris Academy, a secret school of magic in the hills of Vermont. It's not the only wizarding school in the States, but students from all over the country live and learn here. Somehow it looks less foreign than the rest of the States. I guess maybe witches and wizards aren't so different no matter where you go. I meant to be meeting a friend of the family here. Well, friend isn't really the word. Professor Grubiner, I think he was in the first one. He definitely has the vibe of that, asshole teacher. There you are. He looks me up and down and doesn't seem impressed. Mr. McDingle, is it that sounds made up? But that's what you're choosing to call yourself for the duration. That's right, Doodle McDingle. You know what? Between the hair color and the making the name, I think our boy's Irish. I don't think I should be butchering the accent, though. You know what? Yeah. Backpedal on that. I suppose we'll have to do. Come with me, then. I will show you to your room. Oh, Starwipe. Does everybody get that? His name is Hieronymus Grabiner. He's a professor here at Iris Academy, one of those responsible for teaching the freshman classes. Originally British, he still holds an accent that marks him out among the locals. I wonder how long I would have to stay here before I sounded like one of them. Here we are. You will be residing in Wolf Hall, the traditional grouping for young men with an interest in sport. Brawling. Quite literally a rough house. I might have thought, considering your background, that you would have selected Falcon Hall. It would make a more useful environment for fostering social connections. Tell me, Doodle, why a wolf? American suspect sportsman. I don't want any pressure. I don't have to explain myself to you, old man. I don't want any pressure. I came here to forget about my background. I don't want to think about rank and politics. I just want to be an ordinary American teenager for a while. Well, ordinary American wizard teenager. Ordinary exchange student, you know. I suppose so. He unlocks the door for me, then hands me the key. This will be your room. Send some of your belongings ahead. I walk ahead to see where I will be living. It is definitely adorable. There's a bed, a desk, a lot of books, and a frisbee I found in a cheap toy store once. Too bad I don't have a dog to fetch it for me. I don't think you can keep one here anyway. Tech tabs like this show you when the dialogue is being affected by the choices you made in the past. I like that. The last game didn't have that. I ended up on like a very boring route. And I wasn't sure what there was to do different. Sorry. Stop to drink. It's a little bit harder when you're reading a visual novel, but there's also a strange wand lying on one of the shelves. I wonder if it was left here by a previous student. It's a hidden shoe source hole, which is neat. I mean, it's the name of the game. Professor Grabiner steps in after me. In ordinary circumstances, all students are assigned roommates. Your family, however, negotiated a special exception. Oh, fuck, yes, okay. Would be for me anyway. Don't know if I would, I don't know. I dreaded having roommates when I was going to college. They were okay. You know, I only had, like, Sheriff Pepper the 1 year. Somewhat counterproductive to go to such efforts to hide your identity and demand special treatment. Okay. I'm getting intrigued about like what our background is. However, no one asked for my opinion, yet you share it. Really is just as grumpy as my parents warned me he would be. I am not certain why you are here at all. Your parents claimed that they wished for you to learn about other ways. Tyrus Academy is well known to be the most European of American schools. It is true that you would never have been accepted for study at Sacred Smoke, but there are other options. St. John's in Mississippi, the root, represents a blending of disparate American traditions. Tell me more. Training in hoodoo there would bring a valuable perspective to your magic. That sounds fucking awesome. We could have been going to hoodoo school? Shit. Damn it. I was trying to work in like a hoodoo the voodoo joke, but we're already talking about hoodoo. The pentachromatic system taught here, however, is not so different from your own. What then is the point? Can we click this? Ooh, okay, alright, I like this. I like that I'm seeing this more. Kinda saw it like with the mainstream game in Final Fantasy 15. Although I guess this has been around since at least, like, you know, the Lincoln text and stuff, that's been around since at least, Pillars of Eternity? Yes. I get Pillars of Eternity and Path of Exile confused, because they're both PoE, they both came out around the same time. Anyway, I went an easier. I'll learn better this way. You teacher? No. Hey, I'm not an expert, I'm just starting out. The way they do things here is too different, and it's just confusing when I go back and finish studying, right? It's just a taste of what it's like to be somewhere else. When I'm older, I can study in more depth. Oh, I was wondering, do you have a list of the freshman class? Is there anyone I should be looking out for? People not to cross, noble families that might recognize me. Noble families, in the traditional sense, do not exist. It's not among these wizards of European descent. If the natives have such a tradition, they keep them very quiet. By natives, do you mean like actual? Because you really piqued my ear with the hoodoo school thing. They got to make a magical diary hoodoo hall now. The most prominent students to be aware of in your year are the Dansons and young Jacob Blazing. Danson family is famed for their hospitality and commonly hosts visitors from around the world. They may have heard of your family by reputation. Mr. Blazing's fathers are known for their wealth and social connections. I might recognize you, but their son, I judge, will not. Scan through the list of freshmen. Raven Darkstar? Darkstar? That's sort of name traditional here? There's no more here birth name. The Doodle McDinkle is yours! She's a wild seed, and I chose it for himself. Oh, so it's not... Alright, he wasn't just giving a shit about our birth name. We actually went with the name Doodle McDinkle. Alright. Alright. Is Wild Seed like this version of... I'm trying to see how long I can play without like referencing the obvious franchise. Is that the thing where you're born to non-wizards? There we go. Nothing interesting in there then. I keep looking. Tyrannus Lensha. Is he really yes, keep your distance. I would rather not have to explain that to your parents. Yes, he is a reverse centaur. Try not to like react too strongly when you see it. You think you know what it's going to look like. It never does. I think it changes some days. Getting anywhere near a Lensha is probably a bad idea. Who else? Estelle. Oh, that girl with the wings. I met her, but it was a long time ago. She probably won't remember me. I'll settle on a voice for myself at some point. Miss Rao is assigned to Butterfly Hall. With forewarning, you may be able to avoid her. Close the book. I might only have 3 warnings, or even 2. I'm going to fucking vaporize you. The request to keep your identity hidden requires that I not be seen giving you too much special attention. I'm gonna turn the volume on the game down. I feel like this is too much. It doesn't feel loud to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I should have... I have way too many volume sliders. Okay. The request to keep your identity hidden requires that I not be seen giving you too much special attention. William Danson is a senior in Wolfhall. He will be assigned to serve as your guide. You should avoid seeking me out except in case of emergency. I I think William was like the pink-haired guy on the title screen. That's one of the ones I recognized from. There were two pink-haired guys. The pink-haired human guy, the one that isn't like an obvious thief. You know why your parents sent you to me in particular? Every European noble family knows exactly why a young Hieronymus Grabner fled to the United States, but I'm not sure how safe it is to mention it. Ooh, scandals? I'm a living reminder of the cost of carelessness. One word out of line and you threaten the existence of all you hold dear. I assume your parents brought you here through the high roads. I nod cautiously. Fools. They think only of their own convenience. Tell no one. Do not speak of the other world under any circumstances. But I love that podcast. If you endanger any of my students through your stupidity, I will kill you myself. Like... I keep being like one step ahead with the intensity of this guy. He didn't promise, so that might not be serious. He straightens. I like women now. I will leave you to situate yourself, Mr. Danson. Should be along soon. Good day. I feel like I need a sound effect for that. I have some sound effects queued up, but they're all like stupid. Like clips from songs and stuff. Dumb stuff that I like. For it feels like the first time in my life, I'm all alone. No parents, no servants, no guardian spirits, just me. I flop back onto the bed, on my own, in America. I hope the hamburgers and cheerleaders show up soon. Okay, that's kind of cute. Late morning, Sunday, September 1st. A while later, someone knocks on the door. Hi, you must be our exchange student Doodle, right? That's right. He offers me a firm handshake. William Danson, incoming senior class president, which means I got elected last year, and I'm still in the position for another month. Also a fellow wolf, as you can see, which is why I've been assigned to be your guide while you get used to our school. I don't think we've ever had an exchange student at Iris, not while I've been here, so there's no standard tour prepared. You can ask me anything you like, and I'll come by a few times to warn you about events. Is your roommate here yet? I don't have one. I open the door and invite him inside. That's weird. I was going to explain. A lot of freshmen don't like having to share rooms, but the school really values compromise and social integration. Learning to work as a team with your roommates is meant to be one of the tests. I've never heard of anyone starting out solo. Well, I guess since I'm not staying for the whole 4 years, they probably thought it wouldn't be fair. If someone else got used to me, then I'd laugh at me. I suppose it's not up to either of us anyway. It just seems strange. Maybe it wasn't a good idea for my parents to make that request. I really wanted my own space, but I didn't think it would be such a big deal. So, a few things you should know. Tomorrow morning, there'll be an assembly for all the freshmen, where Professor Postum, she's the headmistress, will welcome you. Normally, you can't set your own schedule after that. However, as your guide, I say for your first week, you should set one class in each of the 5 colors in magic. You'll never remember the details of the pentachromatic system from Professor Postum's overview. Once you've had a taste of each kind of magic, you'll have a much better idea what you'd want to focus on. After the first week, you can do what you like. It's your choice how you think you'll learn best. Study one color if you think it suits you, spend time in the gym, take a day off when you need to. What happens to students who take every day off? See, that's another test. You have the freedom to set your own priorities, but if you don't take your work seriously, eventually you'll fail exams. If you don't have too many demerits, you will get kicked out. There's plenty of time to get help if you think you're slipping, though. If you have trouble with your exams, just ask for advice before the next one. Nobody wants a student to fail. Any other questions? What are the rules about dating? I see where you've set your priorities. Potsdam will give a pep talk later in the year, but the general rule goes, it's fine as long as everyone consents and no one gets pregnant. Other than that, I think you better meet people before you get too carried away imagining your love life. You know, a great way to not get pregnant. Do it with guys. Older guys. Guys with pink hair and dark skin and matching green eyes to yours. Sorry, what? When can I get to the dungeons? You won't have a real dungeon exam for a month or so, but you can go down on weekends to practice spells and dummy targets. You have to learn a few spells first, so there's no point. Whatever else he was going to say was interrupted by a shriek of girlish outrage from the hall. Excuse me for a minute. He leaves the room and I duck out after him. Oh, yeah, I recognize these characters from the first game. It's not, they did definitely like up the style. I don't remember her having like a Fredlock kind of thing. Can't remember any of their effing names. Several people are standing in the hall. 2 guys laughing, 1 plump blonde who looks like she'd rather be anywhere else, and 1 wet, angry redhead. I'm guessing these may be the rest of the Danson family, William's brother and sister. Fee, is that you? What happened? You're making the frame rate slow down in Renpai. Good God. What happened was Donald and his new best friend. And a water balloon. You are such a dork. You're going to be in so much trouble. What are you gonna do, urchin? Tell Mom and me? She's not here. No, but I am. Come on, it was just a joke. Look at me, I'm soaked. Here, let me fix it. He holds out his hand and a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, evaporating away the droplets of water that clung to her hair. The other boy with Donald rubs a hand awkwardly through his hair. Sorry, okay? No harm done? Boys! Come on, Ellen, let's get out of here. Okay. You're coming, right, William? Actually, I'm supposed to be showing Doodle around. Apparently with William's height in front of me, no one noticed I was there until now. Greet everyone. I nod. It's nice to meet you. This is Doodle McDinkle, Iris Academy's foreign exchange student. In case you couldn't tell by the name. My brother, Donald, my sister, Virginia, and Luke Pfeiffer. Ellen Middleton, Horse Hall. Which is where we should be going. William looks at me, but it's obvious that he'd rather go off with his sister and her best friend. Go ahead, it's fine. I need to rest. I should get to know my neighbors. I should talk to these guys anyway. We're all hall mates, right? Right. Alright, but don't forget you can come talk to me anytime you have questions. A few more farewells, the girls leave us alone. The blue-haired boy, Luke, tries to lean against the door frame, but misjudges the angle and stumbles backwards. Donald doesn't seem to know. So, Doodle, right? How come my big brother's shepherding you around like a lost goose? Teachers made him do it. Because he's class president. Oh, that. Do geese have shepherds? They have goose herds. It's in the fairy tales. He turns his gaze back to me. Foreign exchange student, right? Where are you from? Illyria. Oh, okay. So then that's straight up. He's not gonna go for Europe. Let's say Illyria. Yeah. I don't want to give away too many clues about my real identity, but if I make something up, I might forget it later. It's safe to stick closer to the truth. Illyria. I've never heard of that. I'm pretty sure that's the kingdom that Kai rules in Guilty Gear. Most people haven't. I just shrug like it doesn't matter. So, how come you're here at Iris Academy? I always wanted to see America. Yeah, we're cool, aren't we? Not recently, Luke. Sure we are. If they made some special exchange arrangement with you, I'm guessing you're a born wizard, not a wild seed, right? Yeah, you? Wait, you must be if your brother and sister are here. I knew they were a magical family already, of course, but I wasn't sure if I was supposed to know, since it was something Professor Grabiner told me. But I'm Wild Seed and my twin brother is here too. He's in Falconhall. Huh. Wild Seeds, magical kids born to non-magical parents, happen all over the world, but they're very rare. 2 in the same family is pretty much impossible, from what my parents told me. Oh well, it's not my business. It sounds like one of your parents has the secret, kid. Is your roommate here yet? Actually, I lead the guys into my room as I begin my half-hearted excuse again. They seem nice enough, ordinary guys who like to have fun, and I think this will work out. I'm making sure none of these are important. First thing I do when I open my eyes is to try to roll out of bed on the wrong side. Ow! Who gets out of bed when they wake up? Sorry. That's like the most unintentionally depressing joke I've ever made. Rubbing my nose, I switch directions to get to my feet without doing anything else stupid. We'll see about that. The day is young. Then I notice the time. I'm late for orientation. Why didn't anybody wake me up? Okay, I need to distinguish these characters a bit. Sorry, we're going for the Irish accent for Doodle. By the time I reach the gym, I can tell I'm too late. Laughing strangers push their way past me, already talking about what the classes they should attend. Maybe there's a handout to sum up what they missed. Oh, there you are, my little cuckoo. Cuckoo. I guess I'm just doing that on my own. Waiting by the stage is an older witch with a floppy hat with a flower and a bell. This must be the headmistress, Professor Sorry. Professor Potsdam. Welcome to Iris Academy, Doodle McDingle. I hope you find everything that you are looking for, including yourself. Please send my regards to your dear parents. Right. Now, we are off to a bit of a late start, aren't we? She pressed her hands together and looked at me expectantly. I'm just gonna apologize. I'm sorry. It's all new to me. Well, no harm done this time. She pats me on the shoulder. I'm sure Mr. Danson can fill you in on anything you've missed. This orientation is largely to introduce new students to the 6 halls of Iris Academy and the overall theory of pentachromatic magic. There were horses and wolves tend to be brave, going butterflies and falcons tend to be surgical, dramatic. Snakes and toads tend to be mysterious, introverted, and eccentric. Of course, individuals vary and know all is better than any other. Right. Because they said I chose a house. Chose a hall, rather. I'm unclear if if students normally get to pick that. Now, you had better hurry up and plan your schedule for the week before all the seats are taken. Different sections run at different times, but you are only allowed to attend one class session per day. That way, you will have time to review and reflect on all that you've learned. There's no sense in rushing, and even less sense in wasting your time. Think about what you wish to accomplish. You can have a great many things if you put your mind to it, but not all at once. It sounds wise, but I'm not sure it means anything. Come on, then, open up your diary and begin penciling in your schedule. Turn my mic up just a little bit. The levels make me nervous. All right, I'm in the yellows now, not in the reds. I think that's what we want. All right, then. I guess it's up to me to choose my activities for the week. William said I should start by taking one class of each color of magic. That's probably a good idea, especially since I missed the orientation. Right now, I don't really know which color is which. Okay, so... Boop, 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 boop. Okay, and that's just studying gym, and then there's sleeping. To get rid of stress. Okay. Red magic class. There's a buzz of excitement in the red magic classroom, one of which quickly dies when Professor Grabiner makes his entrance. Ring! Sorry, I should like... I wish I could, like... had it set up to, like, sample my burps and just pull them up on the soundboard. Here's your seats, hurry up, no chatter. In this class, carelessness might cost you your fingers. Certainly doesn't set out to make friends, does he? I'm the teacher, that's not my job. Here you will be learning in the seductive art of red magic. Sorry, let me try that again. Here you will be learning in the seductive art of red magic. The evocation and control of energy. With this power, you might summon a breeze, light a fire, or call a distant object to hand. I say that is seductive. Not because of the power itself, but because simple minds prefer simple solutions. Blast your enemies with lightning, tear buildings apart with earthquakes, let the world around you burn. Fall victim to such vulgar fantasies, and you leave yourself vulnerable to those capable of creative thought. He snaps his fingers in the air. One inattentive moment, and you lose control of the forces you have summoned. After that, you will only be remembered as an unpleasant stain on the walls. Remember, power can, in itself, be a weakness. Do not confuse power and control. With focus and control, the tiniest power can change the course of history. A gentle touch might tip the scales. Warn an ally, pick a lock. Or stop a heart. The professor pauses, scowling along the length of his nose. No, Mr. Lynch. Red magic will not allow you to apply force inside an object or a creature. For that, you will need a different magic. Maroon magic. Don't get me started on burgundy magic. So that's Tyrannus Lynch. Not only is he a Lynch, he's a creepy Lynch. I suppose that's what Toad Hall is for. I have no comparisons to make to any other pop culture properties. Confusing and ethically dubious matter of classifying young students. Well, what do I need then? Nothing that you will learn here. And if you interrupt me again, you will be spending this weekend in detention, wondering. The force of his glare melts any desire to comment. Now for your lessons. Red magic class. Success! Gain 1 magic skill. 1 stress. Your first attempt at raising force will do little more than move the air around you. You find this disappointing, don't you? What use you think is moving air? How can that destroy your enemies? Pah! Simple minds. Strong wind could disperse poisonous gases or move them to a new target. Carry your scent away from an enemy or erase your tracks in dust. A simple breeze carrying dust can reveal hidden shapes and exits as it moves. If you cannot master its use, you have no business tampering with greater powers. Now, concentrate and make the air move around you. Breeze moves air around the caster's current square, creating a gentle breeze. So this will get into like that dungeon crawling aspect that I mentioned. Those are the exams that they were talking about, and like, the first game like really impressed me with how reactive it was to these things, and it does it. You know, he just dropped so many hints about like what this can do. Let's see what else. After class, I go for a walk to stretch my legs. And then I remember my Irish accent. And there, the Zyrus Academy does have a nice campus. The colors of the flowers shimmer gently in the sunlight. I see an older girl in horsehall robes crouching down next to one of the little hedge sections. She looks like she's talking to the plants. I don't know, maybe she is talking to them. Sounds like something Professor Potsdam might encourage. Paths lead away from the main quad to the more secluded areas. There are some nice benches here in the shade of the trees. A nice place to sit and think while getting some fresh air. Beyond the trees, I can see some open grassy areas. People could play football out there, or at least throw a frisbee. As I'm walking along, something falls past my face. Not close enough to hit me, but what was that? I look down. There's a single shoe line on the ground. Someone throw it at me? Ah, gosh, excuse me. I look up. Over my head, a pair of black stocking-clad legs are wrapped around the tree branch. Only one foot still has its shoe. And above those legs... Well, hello! There's a girl in snake hall robes. Hello there! Is she not hearing me? Try waving. I wave up at her. She nods at me, just a little, or else it was the branch swaying her to death. Is everything okay up there? We're not really establishing any communication. I bend down and pick up her dropped shoe. Do you want your shoe back? You have to give me a sign or I'll leave and let it go. Do you want me to give you your shoe? Stares at me for a moment, biting her lip. She nods vigorously, twice, and holds out her hand. Ooh. Climbing the tree seems like a bad idea because I might need to get the... It's a good question, actually. I wish I knew how good my character was at this. We have our starting value in strength. Let's climb the tree. Let's get a little closer to it. I'll be right up. I wrap my legs around the trunk and begin to climb. I've been doing this since I was a kid. It's easy. Pretty good judge of trees. Because of that, I don't think climbing out under the same branch you should be on is a good idea. Instead, I get up to her level and hold up my hand with the shoe in it. After a moment, she scoots closer and snags the shoe from my grip. Still doesn't say anything or make any move to put her shoe on, so I shrug and climb back down. I'll point it in her eyes on her if she wants to be left alone. Thanks. Fuck yeah! Alright, we're off to a good start. She's so quietly, I almost didn't hear it. So she can talk after all. So, I'll see her around sometime. She looks at me and shrugs with just one shoulder. The key in her ear is swaying. Okay then. Snake Hall girls are weird. They're all queens, I think. Students assembled for blue magic gossip amongst themselves about what they might do with the power of illusion. One falcon boy, his face and hair decorated with glitter, is gesturing so wildly that at first no one sees the door open. Mill about all you like, it's your own time you're wasting. I have no objections to failing the lot of you at the next exam. A flurry of robes as students scramble for seats. Here you will be learning the subtle art of blue magic. At least some of you will. I thoroughly expect this subject to go over some of your heads. Blue is the color of change. That is, altering what is already there, not creating, not destroying. It's commonly used in conjunction with other magical styles in order to perform alchemic transmutations and other alterations of essence. Blue magic can also be used to change the effects of an existing spell, or to dispel illusions, or to change locations without movement through intervening space. For a skilled blue magician, reality is fluid. All things can be changed, yet few minds are capable of grasping the true range of possibilities. We'll see what you're worth. Blue magic class. Success! Gain 2 blue magic, 2 stress. Alright. The art of illusion involves changing not what a thing is, but how it is perceived. That perception comes in many forms. The illusion of taste or smell requires as much magic as that of sight. But sight is the most immediately apparent to most humans, and therefore, where we begin. I want to quick check something. Okay, I can scroll back up to get the different lines again. The last game let you do that, like, all the way past choices that you made. Which I kind of like, I kind of don't. To change what is seen, your power must first understand what is seen, and enhance it to create or strengthen light. Light alone can be a tool, or a weapon. A guide in darkness, a signal, a distraction, a blinding flash. Concentrate. Focus your thoughts on changing the light around. Light, a gentle glow, improves visibility in a location adjacent to the caster. I'm sorry, I'm freaking gassy today. I intended to be early to my first green magic class, but somehow Professor Postum was already there when I arrived. Hello there, little seedling. Please take a seat. She greets the rest of the new arrivals with equal enthusiasm. Today you're going to be learning about green magic, magic of life. This is a very important skill for any witch or wizard to have, especially when you get to be a certain age. Your body is a garden to be cared for. With proper tending, it could last you for centuries. Slowly, carefully, you must encourage your subjects to grow in the direction you prefer. Remember, life has its own flow. You must understand its nature in order to coax it along. You cannot simply wave your hand and change a bear into a boar, unless the bear was designed that way to begin with. The better you understand the flow of life, the more your own strength will naturally increase. It is a slow path, but a rewarding one. Green magic class. Success! Gained 1 green magic, feel 1 stress. Life, by its nature, comes to know itself. The longer any being has been alive, the more fixed its pattern. Your own bodies can tell you what they need when they hunger, when they feel pain or pleasure, when something is out of balance. The first building block of green magic is learning to listen to life, to hear its song and see the shape of it. When your fingers can pick out that pattern, you will find the strands that are missing or damaged. This spell allows you to judge life's strength and its weaknesses. After all, you'll need to know where the damage lies before you can heal it. From the current state of health of the living target and locate ailments and injuries. Okay. Definitely see that being useful. Black magic. When I arrived at the classroom for black magic, they have some Ozzy playing. It's pretty cool. The Santana black magic one. Notice that a lot of the students look pretty nervous. The rest look almost too excited. Everyone catches their breath as Professor Potsdam enters the room. Hello, my little lapidaries. I hope you've all brought clean hands, as you will be using them. For those of you who are new to our magical traditions, I should reassure that black magic has nothing to do with death or evil. There's no such thing as evil magic. There's only magic. Though, even the soul-sucking spells. The bad and the good come from how you choose to use it. Black is the color of weight, solidity, and permanence. Black magic is the magic of enchantment in its physical form. With black magic, you can sculpt matter into works of art or imbue magical wands and charms. This does mean that cursed items are enchanted with black magic as well, but that is the caster's choice, not the magic's. Pale girl with dark hair raises her hand. Alright. Oh, I should have set up like a tier list or something to be keeping track of these characters. She's up there. I'm still feeling that that first snake girl we ran into in the tree. Yes, Raven. This must be Raven Darkstar. Since you're enchanting matter and bones are matter, you could use black magic to animate a skeleton, right? That's an interesting question. You could certainly enchant a skeleton to hold a spell or react in some way. You could set a skull to chatter its jaw when anyone comes near, like an alarm. But to make something that could walk around and act on its own, you need to bind a spirit to it. That calls for another kind of magic. We'll get to combine techniques later in the year. Yeah, there's no evil magic, just the kind that enslaves souls to decaying bodies, you know. Ring! I keep forgetting about the star transitions. The girl sits down. She certainly wants to show off what a goth she is, but she doesn't really nail the attitude. I was gonna say, she's like, they mentioned she was wild seed, so it's like, alright, I'm gonna get to study witchcraft. I'm gonna wake the dead and boil toads and stuff. Now, please remove your gloves if you're wearing any, and let's get started. Black magic class. Success! Gain 1 black magic and 1 stress. First Apostle walks around the room, placing a small stone cube on each desk. Take hold of the stone, let your fingertips explore the surface. What you feel, with touch, is not important. You must identify that touch in order to move beyond it to the true pattern. Oh, my God. Oh. So many burps. Oh. Alright. I should not eat the place that I had for dinner before doing a stream. Object knows only in part. The longer it was held a form, the more that form is fixed within it. Let your mind go inside the object and feel its pattern, both where it is strong and where it is weak. When you understand the whole of the pattern, you will know any secrets hidden within. Ah, there's a little bead of gold at the center of this cube. Fix weak points and hidden details within one target object. Okay, so that's the equivalent of that green spell we got before. I intended to be early for my first white magic class, but when I was several minutes past with no sign of a teacher, I wonder if I overdid it. The other students are starting to become restless when Professor Potsdam finally appears. Good morning, Starshines. You'll need to sit down before we can start, but take your time, relax, get comfortable. That's very important when working with this particular style of magic. Taking the word, I yawn and stretch before I settle into my seat. To some people, white is the absence of color, a blank canvas. In the non-magical world, white is a complete spectrum, all colors combined into one. To different eyes, white magic is both everything and nothing. White magic is the tool we use to access the spiritual realm. Ghosts, dreams, creatures from other planes, the thoughts and feelings of those around you. White magic will open these doors and allow you to communicate with all that is normally hidden. Increasing your facility for white magic will also improve your ability to learn other forms of magic. White magic is often considered the least practical of the skills, yet its depths are infinite. Literally infinite, if I understand her. Under the pentachromatic system, the white magic is the key to the other world and all that lies beyond. Now, there is one thing I need to warn you about. Some people have tried to use white magic to control minds and spirits instead of asking for their aid. Don't do it. You will regret it. Now, shall we go on with the lesson? She really wanted to discourage people. Why did she mention it at all? Anyone wild seed wouldn't know that it's possible, and anyone wizard won't ought to know better. Maybe she's just a bit absent-minded and doesn't realize that the warning might have the opposite effect. Anyway, I had better pay attention to the lecture now that she star-faded out of existence. Wonder when I learned that spell. The world that you see around you with mortal eyes is only a tiny sliver of the infinite realms that exist beyond. Many are far from your reach, but others brush up against the edges of this world. They can see you, and with right eyes you can see them. Opening yourself will allow you to detect minds and spirits near you, but will also make you more visible to them. Most spirits take little notice of those who cannot see them, but may react quite differently to someone on their level. Get on my level, scrub. Caution and good manners are important skills to develop in the study of white magic. Spirit sense. Okay, yeah. So we got spirit detector thingy, matter reader thingy, like scanning a living thing, moving air around. I forgot what blue was. Blue was... I straight up forget what the blue spell was. How do I check this stuff? Let's save. Doodle. Diary. Yeah, that's weird that the diary... I remember that in the first game, too. Oh, blue was light. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember in the first game, too, the diary was hidden in, like, the system menu. That might be, like, a quirk of Ren'Py or something. I don't know. Okay. Turn. Relaxing in my room after a day of classes when I hear raised voices in the hallway outside. But it turns out I was right! What can I say? I'm an overachiever. This is not funny. Hey, it's no big deal. All I did was use a little magic to blow confetti into her hair. The confetti was on fire! That's what the water balloon was for. Anyway, you hate Angela. That's not the point. She notices me standing at the entrance to my room. Doodle, right? What do you think about a guy who goes around setting girls' hair on fire? That's not what happened. It sounds dangerous. Scalp burn could be pretty nasty. Exactly. Look, I tested on Luke first, okay? It's flash paper. It goes out in a second even without the water. It wasn't dangerous. Angela's a senior. If anything had gone wrong, she could feel it without even blinking. Double backup plan. If you're so clever, how come you got caught? What good is a prank without an audience? But now you're stuck in detention with Krabby tomorrow. So I won't have to see you all day. Ugh. She throws up her hands and walks away. Sorry about Urchin. She's spirited. This kid... I ended up in a really boring route when I played the first game because this was the only person available to romance at the junction where you commit to somebody, to me. Anyway, yeah, no, I didn't want him then, and I don't want him now. I would not kiss you as a girl, I would not kiss you as a boy. Oh, what did I say? Your sister's feisty. You're welcome to her. Don't think I've ever seen her interested in a guy, or anyone really, so you got your work cut out for you. Not what I meant. Whatever. It kind of was what I meant. Doodle. Who's Angela, anyway? She's a senior at Butterfly Hall. Short red hair, kind of a prissy princess. You'd know her if you met her. And why did you try to set her hair on fire? If you met her, you know that too. Besides, it's only a little fire. So now Grabs will make me scrape up chewing gum with my toenails or something. I hear he's got a nasty imagination. He's not so bad. If you don't piss him off. Yeah, not gonna help. Besides, I need a windmill to tilt that. What? A big monster? An illusion? A tilting windmill is a monster. No, it's a reference. Sorry, your English is so good, I forgot it's not your first language. Maybe he's the one whose English is strange. Oh, there's a Don Quixote reference. I don't know. I'm surprised that Donald gets that. I've heard that on Saturday mornings in America, it is traditional for all people to watch cartoons. I don't even... Do they still... That's still a thing? Someone... I don't know. Someone younger, let me know. I'm too old to get up on Saturday mornings. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, Aries is saying hello. Oh. Hi. Sorry. I shouldn't pick you up by the neck. That was mean. Here we go. Hi. Okay. We're done. I'm done tormenting you. Okay? Of course, there's no television or other low world culture at a magical school. Oh my god, is that what they call... Oh. Maybe low world is like... I don't think it's like low world compared to the wizard world. I think it's compared to Illyria or whatever we're from. I wonder if they might have some replacements set up to entertain the students. So when someone knocks on my door in the morning, I assume it's my hallmates come to invite me for some fun. Hi. Hello? Are you looking for someone? I'm looking for you. You are Doodle McDingle, the foreign exchange student, aren't you? Yes. I'm so glad you're here. Our communities can become so insulated. It's so important to learn other viewpoints. I'm Minnie Cochran. I'm in Butterfly Hall. I wanted to stop by and offer you any help I could. I could take you all over campus, tell you about our customs. Are you from the student council too? Well, not yet. Oh, wait, what do you mean too? Because I already have I hear the footsteps of someone else walking into our hall. Oh, good, you're up. Good morning. Making new friends? I'm not sure. I thought someone had sent her to be your replacement. Sent me? I'm not giving up my post that quickly. Minnie looks back and forth between us. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you'd been assigned an official guide. I was just trying to help. Hey, I'm sure he appreciates it. There'll be times when it's more convenient for him to talk to someone in his own class. So, this butterfly girl is a freshman, too. Interesting. Well, if you do have business, I'll get out of your way, but please feel free to talk to me if you need help with anything. Everyone's so helpful around here. With the professors and William and now Minnie, all of the goodwill is almost exhausting. Maybe it's the American way. We're just gonna keep moving, Doodle. We're just gonna keep moving. Ugh. Bye for now. Pring! She waves and walks away. Nice girl. She's cute. Aries, what are you trying to do? I know my desk is cluttered with computer stuff and the microphone and everything, and kinda... She's like directly between me and the text. Sweetie, please figure out what you're doing. No? Okay. If you're gonna be like this, I'm gonna... Aries, this can't be a way to relax. Alright. Pretty cute, really. Wonder if she was ever a cheerleader. You won't see any cheerleading squads here. Not too bad. William smiles and gives his head a little shake. Anyway, I need to give you a little bit of information about Saturday activities. I can't stay long. I have to get a lot done this weekend, but ad part, I'll tell you about on Monday. Okay? So, two major things you can do on the weekends that you can't during the rest of the week. First, there are shuttle vans that take students to the local mall. It's not very big, but it's a change of pace. People like to go there to socialize and eat out. No comment. The space is shared with the locals, but there are spells to keep them from noticing anything unusual about the Iris Academy kids. Don't push your luck, though. Even if there's no real damage, if you cause trouble, you'll definitely end up in detention. Showing off magic in public. Well, that's just common sense. It's also a shop for enchanted items, things that will boost your mana or your attunement to different colors and so on. Useful things. If you buy a charm, it will help you learn spells faster. Oh, and speaking of which, he hands me a white paper envelope. There's no address on it, and it isn't sealed. Looking inside, I found a $5 bill. Your weekly allowance. The student council generally handles the distribution. $5 a week won't get you very far, though, so save up if you want to have options. A lot of students have no experience of handling money. Speaking of which, do you know what all the coins are? I can figure it out. We're not using... I guess this must also take place in, like, 2012, whenever the first game was made. Otherwise it would just be like, what the fuck are you handing out coins for? You know, even back then, really. They don't have the values written on them. It's not that hard. Though, bigger coins were always worth more. Dimes don't make sense. It's the other major thing to do on the weekends. Practice! On weekends, there are simple training dungeons available. No real threats or puzzles, but you can walk around and practice spells in the field. What's a field in the dungeon? Not usually. In a real-world environment instead of the classroom, so you can see how your spells would work in an actual exam. Now, like I said, I do have a lot to organize this weekend, so I should be going. You can take the day to review on your own, or I can show you the way to the dungeons, or if you'd rather go to the mall, Donald he's got the attention. Oh, I'm sure I can find my way. What do I want to do with my Saturday? Good question. Well, I like not knowing exactly what some of these options do. Let's see what studying does. I think I'll go over my notes from the week and make sure I got the basics done. Start with the other things later. Great. All right. I may not see you tomorrow, so be prepared to wake up early on Monday morning. Happens on Monday. You'll find out. He leaves and goes back to the room to study. I go back to my room to study. Studying. Success! Gained 1 smart, 2 stress. When Donald returns to Warfall, he does it with fanfare. Or at least with percussion. Oh, sorry, he's not talking yet. Or at least with percussion. He drums his heels on the floor and spins and plays like a tap dancer. Haha, you still have attention, huh? Ah, it was nothing. Seriously, I was expecting a lot worse from Grabs. He only made me write a paper. I told you, he's not so bad. Homework can still be torture. Nah, he's probably just warming up. Wasn't ready for me. Not a lot of people manage to get detention in the first week of school, you know. So, are you famous now? Infamous? Not yet. I mean, the great Williker once filled the entire cafeteria with lake of cheese. That's infamous. Maybe if I could manage to get detention every single weekend. With that many demerits, you'd get kicked out. Demerits? You know, what the teachers give you when you screw up? Doodle never makes... my voice is... Doodle never makes mistakes. Ha! Merits and demerits. If you do something good over the odds, the teachers give you merits, like it's a status thing. And if you're a naughty boy, they put demerits on your record. Get 50 demerits and you'll be expelled. probably get sent home to my parents then. How embarrassing. They don't always give you demerits with detention. Sometimes it's one or the other. No problem then. Anyway, if I kiss up to the teachers and get merits, it'll balance out. Big game out of it, you know? I'll be legend. I don't know, it sounds like too much work. You want to make an impression on people, you have to put some effort in. What do you think, Doodle? You'd be giving yourself detention. Will it get you a date? Power is always worth the effort. What's that exact? When to make an impression on people, you have to put some effort in. Okay. Really get any of these? I get what he's doing. It just isn't my cup of tea. Who's a boring student? I think I agree with Luke. You have to do all of these good deeds to bail yourself out. It's like having double detentions. No pain, no gain. All drugs. Maybe I'll come up with a better plan later. I don't know. It's early days yet. Right, this has only been our first week after all. I think that this like starts picking up pace now that we're past our first week. At midday I headed to the cafeteria for lunch. I carried my tray of food out on the unoccupied table in, but just as I tried to sit down, someone else sets a tray across from me. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll sit somewhere else. No, it's fine, there's plenty of room, have a seat. This girl looks familiar. I think she's Donald's sister's friend or something. What was her name? Oh, shit. I want to say it's Ellen or Elizabeth, which means it's probably neither of those. I don't might be married. Fuck. I played the first game. She's one of your roommates in the first game. Elizabeth, right? Ellen. God dang it. Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. We only met for a second. I wouldn't expect you to remember. Your Doodle? You got it. There's only one student from Europe here that I know of. You should sit down and eat your lunch. You should too. Right. I think I'm making her nervous, but I'm not sure why. I haven't done anything. Maybe she's naturally timid. Seems weird for a Horsalt girl, though. Speaking of Horsalt, so what sports do you play? Huh? I guess she wasn't expecting me to talk to her. Before I can apologize for interrupting her meal again, she beams at me. I like softball and volleyball. What's softball? It's like baseball, but the ball is soft. Not really, it's bigger and softer than regular baseball, and it doesn't go as fast. What about you? My favorite sport? Oh god, I gotta see like the confusion that comes from saying football. What about football? Oh, I have no idea what to talk to this girl about. Maybe I should just eat my lunch and stop trying to be friendly. Oh, that didn't go where I thought it would. I kind of want to backtrack because definitely she mentioned volleyball. So okay, that's the other time. We will occasionally go for gags rather than honest answers, and that will be when I'm allowed to rewind, okay? Like volleyball too. Too bad there's no team here. Yeah. I have no idea what to talk to this girl about, so maybe I should just eat my lunch and stop trying to be friendly. Hey, Ellen! Donna's sister slides next to the other girls, and Star transitions in too. She needs to do both. I was just talking to Pastel, and she was saying how most of the Wild Seeds in this year's class are girls again. Apparently it's been happening that way for a while. I don't know. So you see, you're part of a hot new trend. Yeah. You gonna eat those? Without waiting for an answer, she starts stealing chips off her friend's plate. Hey, it's fine. I wasn't hungry. She never finishes her lunch. Don't talk with your mouth full. You're getting crumbs everywhere. I guess she's less timid when she's talking to other girls. I wonder if most Wild Seeds are female in general, or if it's just at this school. You don't know? Shouldn't there be records somewhere? probably. But you can't tell while they're still students. A lot of wild seeds drop out. Drop out? They're falling down? Drop out of school. They quit, they don't graduate, and then they aren't magical anymore. As if they'd never had the choice. Oh. Oh, I do vaguely remember something about that. Oh, huh. Oh, okay. Cheers. People born to traditional wizarding families will often use E when Ah, God. I'm fine. No, it's not a problem. My only problem is I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Air, pronoun, pronunciation. Okay. You said like the letter E, M and air rhyme with them and there. Okay. All right. Hey, I learned something. Examples: E is a wizard. I cast a spell at him. I borrowed their book. That one is Ayers. He is very proud of himself. Okay. I was curious about that. Nice, but nice, like representation with also like some world building thrown into it. I like that. Those who accept the choice also have their powers sealed, but only temporarily. Okay. Young Wild Seed first manifests powers. He is contacted by the larger wizarding community and offered the choice to either join Magical Society with all their rights and responsibilities involved, or to have their powers sealed and forget that they ever existed. Those who accept the choice also have their powers sealed, but only temporarily until they are either accepted for training at a school of magic, or violate their oaths of loyalty and lose their magic forever. Okay. Wild Seed who chooses not to be magical anymore has zero power and memories taken away so that he can't betray the existence of magic to anyone else. That makes sense. It says, good world building. Better than another franchise I can't think of. I can't understand how anyone would choose to give up on magic. Lots of reasons. They get homesick, they miss TV, they don't like our rules, or they screw up in class too much and flunk out. I would have missed TV. I'd miss video games. You can like bring a Game Boy or something to this place. It's 2011-ish. It's like DS, 3DS. Ellen will never have that problem. She's a huge nerd. She didn't even want to go to the mall yesterday. She wanted to stay home and study. Can you believe it? Actually, so did I. Really? Sure, it's important to get off to a good start. Right. Boring. She grabs the last chip from Ellen's plate and stands. I'm gonna go for a walk. See ya. Ellen says quietly as Virginia accents. Sorry. What are you sorry for? Nothing, I guess. Have a good day. She takes her tray and exits. Okay, all right. Hey, I think we're hitting it off. I think we're hitting it off with at least the ladies I've been taking shots at so far. At the end of the week, I have the chance to review the things I've learned and make preparations for the future. If you have items in your inventory, you can equip or unequip them now. Items will only have effects when worn. This is my system narrator voice. Okay. Diary. Oh, okay. So these are like. Oh, wow! It has like these little summaries of like every little cutscene that you've been in. That's neat. Check our inventory. Clothing. Uniform. I only have the one. Legacy wand. A wooden wand topped with a tiny plush octopus. Probably belongs to someone else. Oh, that was the one that was in the... mentioned that. That was like in our dorm room when we showed up. I don't want to be carrying that around, actually. That feels like... I mean, we literally somebody mentioned cursed objects in classes. I don't trust that thing.
Look, that is not a face we can trust. It is not the face of mercy. Spellbook, so we have freeze, light, diagnosis, inspection. Okay. Alright. So, on to our next week. Early morning, Monday, September 9th. Someone's knocking at my door. What's going on? It's too early for classes. Hey, mind if I come in? Alright. I'd forgotten he said he was going to drop by. Thank you. In a little while before classes start for the week, there's going to be an assembly for the freshmen and the seniors, not like last week. Not that I would know, since I missed last week's assembly. This will be the beginning of freshman initiation. Initiation? Since in the States get citizenship when they've only just started school? No, it's nothing like that. This isn't a ceremony about legal status, it's about shared experience. Wizards tend to be individualistic, but it's dangerous for society if people with too much power all do their own thing. Imagine if all the students try to set themselves up as evil overlords. So, a lot of Iris Academy traditions are designed to encourage a sense of society and working together, like sharing rooms. Don't get sidetracked, I'm sure the professors know what they're doing. So, the idea of freshman initiation is that the entire freshman class has to suffer together. Suffer? Nothing actually dangerous, just embarrassing. Seniors will give you commands and you're expected to follow them. That doesn't sound so bad. It kinda does, actually. There are more rules, but it's supposed to be a surprise. You'll find out at the assembly. One thing, though, every freshman is assigned to be the property of a particular senior to serve them in exchange for protection. Now that is starting to sound strange. Since these aren't your customs, I've been asked to be your senior to be sure nothing goes wrong and you have a good time. Maybe. Set me apart from the rest of the class again. You know, I don't want special treatment. It's not up to you. Freshmen don't get to choose. So, if you want to be treated like everyone else is, you'll have to abide by a senior's decision. Come on, since I'm managing the initiation, I need to be there earlier. I can show you where to go. This was in the first game, too. This is literally hazing. I don't approve. The gymnasium is filled with students, freshmen and seniors. Most of the freshmen look sleepy and confused. Seniors, however, look smug. They know what's coming. The room falls silent as William steps up to the podium. Good morning, everyone. My name is William Daddenson, and I am your incoming senior class president. But for the next week, half of you will be calling me Sir William. And welcome to freshman initiation. Now the rest begin to realize what they're in for. And I see Luke nervously at Donald, who just grins and waves them off like there's nothing to worry about. Before we start, I am required to give you some safety information. Nothing will happen this week should cause you or anyone else physical harm. If you're ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go tell the teacher immediately. Now, all you freshmen, please line up. One at a time, come up on stage, announce your name and where you come from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks. It's William requested I help start the process by going up first to recite my fake name and background, then standing at the stage to watch the rest. This part I understand. Most of us are strangers, even if we've had a few classes together. I've read through the list of class names, but I haven't had a chance to match them all to faces. Quiet girl at Snake Hall turns out to be Barbara Somoro. Barbara. Coming for you. That's Jacob Blazing, who Grabiner said was a prominent student because of his family. Not interested. I guess it's too smug. That's like instant C tier. But I already forgot her name. Barbara. Barbara is S tier. Just, I'm bad with names. My name remembering is F tier. So even if you're S tier, I promise nothing about remembering your name. I'm surprised Grabiner didn't warn me about this initiation business. It's such a big deal. Maybe William's just trying to make it sound important because he's in charge of it all. Well, the seniors aren't doing the same introduction routine as the freshmen. The handbook William gave me appears to be a list of names and black and white pictures, so that should be helpful if I ever want to look someone up. There are pages of rules after all the photographs. We are required to memorize the full names of all seniors and address them as sir or lady. So that's what Sir William meant. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior. We must never be taller than a senior. We must always respond to requests with... the introduction's finished. William's at the podium again. Now, as well as serving and honoring the entire senior class, each one of you will become the property of one particular senior. Your senior is your master, your best friend, your worst nightmare, and your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait while we choose. He hops down from the stage and immediately places a hand on my shoulder, claiming me. Now, stand back and watch.
rest of the seniors stride out onto the floor, bold and loud and confident, that their every word will be obeyed, while the freshmen cluster together like sardines or dolphins. You're taller than me, freshman. Get down on the ground. Don't turn away from me, freshman. I see your back. No threats are issued, only commands, but the younger students obey without question, spinning this way and that, cringing and kneeling before their supposed masters. Most of them, anyways. Yes! Yes! She's a good one. What are you looking at, freshman? I quickly flip through the handbook. The butterfly senior's name is Angela Kirsch. Okay, yeah, no, I do kind of want to set her on fire. Answer me when I speak to you, worm. That's what you are, isn't it? A fresh worm. Now get down on the ground and wriggle. Kick her, kick her, kick her. She's not back down. Does that seem you're going to hit her? I start to step towards the pair, but before I can leave William's side. Huh. I like you. I think I like you. I think you should be mine. Huh. Oh, alright. Alright. She might be okay. I no longer want to set her on fire. For now. I turned to ask William about it, but he's staring in the direction of a different group of freshmen, a worried expression on his face. Following his gaze, I spot Ellen picking herself up off the floor with the assistance of someone who must be our new senior. A very distinctive-looking character from Falcon Hall. Okay, yeah, he was also in the first game, and this guy that tries to, like, claim you. I don't like any of the verbiage in this. The skin is blue as a Deva's, but those are not the feathered wings of a Drangoni warrior. They give him the aspect of a devil. Clearly he is of otherworldly origin, but beyond that, I do not recognize the exact type. It takes only a moment to find his entry in the handbook. Damian Ramsey. Not a name that gives me any clue. Who's ever heard of a Ramsey? But then who's ever heard of a Doodle McDingle? Names only tell you as much as someone wants them to. Shaking my head, I look back at William. Everything okay? Huh. I'm not sure. I've got to keep an eye on things in here for a while, make sure everyone's got a partner that needs one and so on. So you probably get on with your class schedule for the week. So what do I have to do next for initiation? Read the handbook. Generally, if a senior gives you a command when I'm not around, do what they say and try to enjoy the experience. If you have problems, come and find me. If anyone gives you serious trouble, tell them I ordered you to. You're my freshman, after all. My word outranks everyone else. And I will give you a personal assignment later in the week, but for right now, don't worry about it. Well then. That in mind, I head out to decide my class schedule for the next week. Alright. I'm kind of feeling black magic. Obviously, we're going to study black magic on Friday the 13th. That's not even a question. Let's do. I do want to like up my smarts. Let's do that. I don't want to be doing like fireball and stuff. Let's not do that. Let's do. I kind of like blue, black, and white. I want to focus on those. So. Just spreading this out. This probably doesn't matter what day of the week. Yeah, I think now it starts going like just success. Yeah, like this. Oh, and then there's the hell. All right. I was hi, miss. Going by the thing. Whew. All right. I haven't even read the text yet. I think we're gonna have to make some room on S tier. I have a type. Where were we? I was interested before the butterfly made me register that's a woman and not a guy. And oh, that's right. They're twins. I forgot. Okay. In the hallway, I find Luke and his brother standing back to back as an amused senior watches them. Blaise Begley, according to the handbook. In black and white picture, she didn't stand out so much, but up close she has stone-colored skin and little horns that poke out like rabbit ears. Now, rotate. His wings shuffle around in a half circle, keeping their backs pressed against each other so that they're never visible. That is so cute. I could watch this all day. Spin! Around they go again with Logan to guide him. Luke manages to not trip over his own feet like he usually does. At this point, she notices me standing there. Oh, another freshman. Another one. Tell me, what's my name? Lady Blaze. Right. She looks down at herself and laughs. Oops, I forgot. Never mind. I feel I missed a joke somewhere. Was it supposed to be a trick question? Oh. Oh, maybe she had like an illusion or something on to look like somebody else. Boys, I'll pick you up later. Don't forget. She winks and departs. What was that about? That was our senior. Wait, both of yours? She said something about 2 for the price of 1. Except she looked different this morning. I suspect she enjoys disguising herself to confuse the freshmen. Do you know anything about people like that, Doodle? People who can change the way they look? Well, anyone can put on a glamour with enough blue magic. It was an illusion. I did check. The change was real. Logan must be ahead of me in his blue magic studies if he can see through her spell. Some kind of shapeshifting then. I don't recognize her stock at all. I've never seen one before. I assume she's related to a type of otherworld creatures native to the North America area. But I wouldn't know, and as wild seeds, they wouldn't either. Ask Donald? Maybe he might know. Is it rude to ask about, what kind of person she is? You can't just ask someone why they have horns. I can't tell you what someone I don't know will think is rude. You'll have to ask her. He'd never manage that. Shut up! Still, I think we come out well with the senior we got. She seems interesting, at least. You're with Donald's brother, right? Yeah, but I haven't seen him since it started. I think he's pretty busy. At least he's not making me spin around in the hall. What do you think about this initiation business? It's a game, right? It's all for fun. What the fuck did I say I was sporty? I need to start practicing the poem or I'm never going to remember. Right, I should probably look over that handbook more carefully myself. See you later. Not right now. I can wait till the afternoon today, I guess. Leave my room early in the morning in the hopes of avoiding seniors. But good morning, freshmen. You'll notice I dropped the Valley Girl accent because I established some amount of actual depth. It's 2 dimensions, but that's still more than 1. Good morning, Lady Angela. And why is it a good morning? If you said it's good, then it's good. It's good if you say it's good. I wouldn't contradict the story, Lady Angela. Right. She looks at me for a moment, then slowly lifts her arm and opens her hands, dropping a pencil on the floor. Pick that up for me, freshman. Wait. She liked when somebody stood up to her. You know what? If I do everything else she says, I'll be here. I could be here all day. I fold my arms and stare silently back at her. I'm not turning my back at her. I'm not backing down. Poor William. He was always weak. She wiggles her finger slightly and the pencil flies back up to her hand. Well, be on your way then. Maybe if I get out of the hallways, this will be easier. Onto the rooftops! Head out under the open butt. Yeah! McDaniel! From Toad Hall calls out at me. His voice did not match what I expected him to look like, but I guess this is just what he sounds like forever. It's canon. Go to the cafeteria. Get coffee. Tell Big Steve sent you. Alright, Big Steve. Big Steve is 8 here. It's just by like the name. It's like something just like putting big in front of your name just makes it so much better. Case in point. Oh no, it wasn't big. It was Strong Terry in Katana Zero. Did I just say Katana? Katana. Oh my god. I'm literally studying Japanese. I should not be slipping into Americanisms. Next, I'll be calling it Japanimation. At least it's not a difficult task. Right now! Some people just can't handle mornings without coffee. I turn in the direction of the cafeteria, only then realizing that I'm showing my back to a senior, but he doesn't say anything. Apparently Big Steve cares more about the coffee than he cares about throwing his weight around. Good for Big Steve! I need to the cafeteria and pick up his regular coffee order. Good morning, Doodle. Hold on. Well, be nice and play along with William's a nice guy, at least. It's okay, you don't have to call me sir. But you do have to do what I say. Hands me an envelope. Instructions. Don't look at them until after you finish your activities for the day. I wouldn't want to distract you from your studies. Thanks. Have fun! Gotta get this coffee to Big Steve before anyone else can give me an order. Looks like a moist critical character, Big Steve. I was like, oh gosh, what was the name of his like broccoli guy? I used to watch like his actual gaming videos, and now he does like more of the vlog streaming stuff. Obviously like a cool guy though. Lots of my day's activities, I pulled out the envelope William gave me this morning and opened it. I read the paper inside. It's not just one instruction, it's a whole list of them. Go to the school library and find the freshman who comes from. They point the curtains, and every command asks a question to end to prove excuse me, that I carried out the instructions. It's like some sort of school quiz. I'll have to go all over campus to figure these things out. I have no idea how long it'll take. But if I just make up answers, they'll definitely be wrong, and he'll know I didn't even try. Learn some orders to make sure I get through initiation without trouble. What would he do if I just don't bother? Let's go fulfill the list. It's not like it's horrible torture, just a little extra work. I may as well get it done. First instruction is to find the school library and count the number of magazine racks. I don't even know where the library is. I think I know someone else who does. If I'm lucky, I find the right person just by walking onto Butterfly. Oh, hello, Doodle. Hi. I was wondering, could you show me the way to the school library? Sure, I'd love to help you. Why do you need to go there? Working on a research project? No, it's... well, here. I handed the list. Oh, it's like a scavenger hunt. A scavenger? Where you go around looking for strange little things, except that's usually a competition that includes your riddles. So this is your initiation task? What a nice idea. William's your senior, right? Right. Who's yours? Brian Buckhome. He's a wolf, too. He's very athletic. He's given me a set of exercises for my task. Oh, if you have a task to work on, I can leave you alone. Just tell me where I need to find the library. No, I want to help. Come on. She marches off down the hallway, and there's nothing for me to do but follow her. I like her too. She's low A tier, high B tier. Not sure. Little on the normal side compared to the competition, but I like genuinely helpful and nice people, and I try to be one of those people. I just don't have the fucking energy most days. The Iris Academy library turns out to be fairly small and tucked away in the back of a building. The bulk of the collection appears to be general encyclopedias and foreign language dictionaries, and I guess fashion magazines, looks like. The two cases of post-magic history, but this clearly isn't the place for high-level research. Professors probably keep private collections. A woman stands behind the desk, her hand resting comfortably on the wooden staff. She must be the school librarian. She do the hoodoo? She do look kinda hoodoo-ish. The robe is made out of dozens of different colors and fabrics. All parts work together with extra beads and pockets scattered seemingly at random. As if sensing my gaze, she looks in my direction. Hello, Professor? Oh, no, honey, I'm not one of them. She speaks slowly with a warm, round accent that's not familiar to my ears. Miss Darden, this is Doodle McDingle. He's our exchange student from Illyria. Oh! William's mother, I'm guessing. Pleased to meet you. Is that so? Is what so? I'm just showing him around. Our accents are getting mixed up. Well, you just go on and do that then. If I try to go for that, I assume she has like kind of a Creole accent, but if I try to do that, it just sounds like more Irish. I'm really sorry. She returns to her own contemplations. Okay, there's the magazines. Nothing magical there. The covers are shouting about fashion and celebrity gossip. That must be how Iris Academy keeps up with developments in the outside world. English question, is that 1 rack or 5 racks? 1 rack, 5 shelves. This is 1 rack. Undoes rope. Sorry. Thanks. I'll make a note on the paper. Next thing on the list is the name of a freshman who comes from Iowa. I guess I'll have to go door to door asking about that, but it means I won't need to miss many stuff. Nancy Meyer in St. Hall. Oh, you know her? Not very well, but she's the only person who said she was from Iowa during the introductions on Monday. She remembers the entire list of introductions verbatim after only hearing it once. I better be very careful what I say to this girl. Alright, next I have to look behind the curtains on the stage in the gym. To the gym! By dinner time, I've filled out my list, and Minnie has dragged me all over campus in the process. I wonder if that's what William had in mind. I may have learned a few things, but it's tired me out. I don't know when stress starts, like, having a bad night. September 11th. Once again, no jokes to make. I was surprised by the knock at the door. I expected William to drop by. Did not expect him to look quite so one. Hey, you okay? Dude, have you seen the news? Okay, I'll stop. That's nothing you need to worry about. He smiles, but his heart's not in it. So, freshman, have you completed your task? I hand over the paper with my answers. He looks it over and smiles. Not bad. Anyway, that's probably the last you'll see of me for a while. I've got to set things up for the finale. You can still come and find me if you have any problems, of course, but I won't be giving you any more tasks. Take care. He leaves to get me ready for my day. Blue magic class. Success! Gain 2 blue magic, 2 stress. That's right, they said white magic made it easier to learn other magic, so I think we will invest in that a little bit. Someone knocks on my door. Is this going to be another senior? Ah! May as well engage. I feel like I missed... when I played the first game, I had my character quit doing this stuff immediately, and I feel like I missed stuff. And... especially when you're streaming, it's all content, you know? There's only one way to find out. Yes! 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 Outside, I find Barbara, the quiet girl from Stakeout. Hi. Were you looking for me? She hands me a folded piece of paper. I opened it up. The cursive handwriting takes me a moment to turn into words, but then I realized I needed the William Danson socks. What? She stares at me. William socks? Is this for an initiation task? She nods, quick jerk of emotion. So why are you asking me? I know she can talk. For some reason, she just doesn't want to. I guess because I'm William's freshman, you thought I could help? She looks at me, expectant and silent. William sucks. I wouldn't even know how to break into his room and steal him even if I wanted to. I have to go and ask him for him. Offer my own socks. Well, I can't give you William's socks, but I can give you mine. Okay, she doesn't like that. Socks, right? I mean, maybe not for you girls. If you have cute little lacy ones or something. I look down at her feet. Under her leggings, it's almost like she wears no socks at all, but in the shadows of her shoes, I just glimpse whisper-thin black ankle socks. Yeah, those are definitely not my socks. How about William has chunky white socks like me? It should be fine. She's thinking about it, I think. I'll even give you extra smelly used socks to prove they're guys. Barbara snickers quietly, then nods and holds out her hand. I duck back into my room, stick my head under my bed, and fish out a couple of socks that haven't found the laundry pile yet. She doesn't flinch at all when I hand them to her. Well, not really that bad as socks go. I haven't had the long to ferment. She bobs her head to me and then walks away without saying anything more. I guess she's happy at least. Ah, yes. Ah. We get it with her. We get it with her. We're winning her over, baby. Ugh. Oh, failure. Gain 2 stress. Okay. We're gonna start with white. We're gonna focus on white a bit at the start, I think. But I feel like it might not help to. I don't know how intentional it is that we're like getting 2 every time we study blue. Maybe keep that going too. Lots of day's activities were all called together into the gym again. Just freshmen at first, flocking together in confusion and murmuring about the strange tasks we'd done all week. Then we heard the sounds of heavy boots, rushing its steps. Thud, thud, thud. Oh no, don't turn your back, don't look at me. Look up, Laura, you're too tall. After a few minutes, we're all lying flat on the backs of the floor. That's when Williams takes the stage. Welcome, freshmen. It's time for the final phase of your initiation. Corina will be passing out the blindfolds. Please put them on. A long-haired snake senior tiptoes around the room, delicately placing a strip of dark fabric in the hands of each freshman. She's alright. She's okay. So far, this initiation process has been odd and occasionally irritating, but not dangerous, just as William promised. Blindfolds, though, so just things are about to step up a notch. Well, I'm not afraid. Now that I can't see, I'm less aware of what's going on, but more aware of my own discomforts. The floor is hard. I hear people moving around the room, whispering, giggling. Faint yelp of outrage quickly smothered. What are they doing? Hey, wait. Should I feel a hand touch my shoulder? Up you get. Careful now. kind of feet. I know there's at least one person nearby from the voice, but no idea who or where. I could be surrounded, I don't know. For your own safety, do exactly what I tell you. Walk forward, slowly. No guy better than the unseen voice. I need to turn and move and stop and turn again. It's surprisingly stressful. Still, I never walk into any walls, and I can hear someone opening and holding a door for me as I go outside. I am being looked after, but where am I going? There you are. Last one for this batch. Step up. Up. Careful now, don't hit your head. I feel a hand on top of my head, guiding me into a van? Sit down, hold still, and I'll strap you in. Blindfolded and strapped down in a van. It's like the kidnapping my parents used to warn me about. This is a school activity. The van starts up and drives away. I'm not sure how many people are in here with me. Someone turns the radio, probably to discourage conversation. I wonder, is that more than like just regular stranger danger? Is that like an actual problem for his family, maybe? Doodles? Well, it's not like we're helpless here. My hands aren't tied. I lift the blindfold just a tiny bit to peek around. See absolutely nothing. Someone's cast a magical darkness spell inside the van. I should have seen that coming. But I couldn't. Because of the blindfold. Light would be easy enough to create, but then it would be obvious that I was cheating. I'll just have to wait. Last we arrived and carefully unbuckled and ushered out to our feet. Surprise! Where are we? The beach episode! Well, they call it a pond officially. Laughing Pond, but that just means it's not as big as some lakes get. Important thing is, you've completed your initiation, so now it's time for the party. Group of students lounge around by the lakeside, seniors and freshmen mingling freely. Long tables are stocked with steaming metal buffet dishes. Barbecue and cookies, equipment for your games, you can even swim if you like. No alcohol, no good laws. I didn't know that much about the States. Also, to commemorate your experience, each freshman receives a gift from their senior. He hands me a small box. Inside, I found a leather bracelet with a rough wolf's head. It's carving a central stone. Thanks. You're welcome. I've got to make the rounds for a bit, but enjoy yourself. Party's for you freshmen, after all. It's always friendly. Always so busy. Look around, everyone's here. Well, everyone in the freshman and senior classes. Nearby, I spot Luke and Logan, and their senior? Oh. Oh, is that what's happened? Oh. I was waiting to use this. If you're cool, you played Baden Kaidos, and you recognize this song. Wait, that might not have been loud enough, actually. Turn in the... It's very important. It's very important. Let's get this back. I think that's a good level. I'm usually louder than it. Sorry about that. It was very important that you feeling good, feeling good. All right. The butterfly notices my attention and smiles at me. Ah, tell me, what's my name, freshman? Well, this is completely changed, but the intonation is the same. So, this is what the twins meant. Blaze? Not going to make a guess at lady or sir? Let's take an easy way out. Technically, initiation is over, so we don't have to do that anymore. Clever. More than we were. Stay and talk with him. What others could be here? I hope I'm not, like, writing myself out of, like, talking with other characters if I do this. That'd be stupid, and I can be mad at the game instead. So what happened with you? Well, we met at the start of the initiation, of course, and I asked them to greet me politely. When I called him Sir Blaze, he scolded because he's a butterfly, and officially a lady in the handbook. Then when I called her Lady Blaze, she asked if I needed to get my eyes checked. It's initiation, I'm supposed to give you a hard time. Sorry, that was your voice. So, which do you prefer? I don't prefer either. They're both me. Oh. S tier. You're still on it. You are way on S tier. I'm an Akabesh. For us, male and female is more like what sort of clothes you feel like putting on in the morning. But under Akabesh Academy rules, students are required to split strictly into two categories for ritual purposes. I wonder what that's about. I am actually curious. I was... Like, I didn't want to like bring it up because God knows I talked about politics at the beginning of this, but like I fired this up very briefly months ago when I thought about streaming this the first time, and I thought like, oh, I'm a little disappointed that there's not like there's not like a trans option, because it feels like, you know, if you're something tells me there's a market for trans inclusive wizard school simulator games for some random reason. I don't know why. I just feel it in the ether. And yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with that, but it looks like they're getting some reputation in, some representation in. This year I chose Butterfly Hall, so I'm officially female even when I'm male. But I can still say he, right? When I'm like this, I am he. But she is fine too, because I'm officially that. Or he, if you like. I don't like they, though. That makes me sound like I'm two different people. I'm not. I'm always me. Huh. Alright. Cool. I like Blaze. I like Blaze a lot. So, 2 for the price of 1 doesn't count for you as well. You are going to be so much trouble when you grow up. Oh, she got you. Alright. And you teach yourself without needing my help. Logan jostles his brother playfully. Come on, let's go check out the games. Okay, you're coming, right, Doodle? Sure. In the afternoon reaction by the lakeside. Since I stressed down the whole 2, that seems unreasonable. Saturday morning, someone knocks on my door. Probably William coming to see you. I thought of initiation. I nearly slipped in the mail already lying on the floor, and it's my weekly allowance and a card inviting me to take tea with Professor Grabiner tomorrow. Probably my parents' idea. Anyway, I'll deal with that later, but now... Greetings, Doodle. We have come to invite you to the mall. Because you didn't come last week, so now we have to show you around. Okay, I guess. Is Donald coming? Excuse me. He's got attention again. How do you manage that? I believe it had something to do with a potted plant and a scene here for Toad Hall. That's probably what I have to ask. It's really not that... I don't know. You could have done better if you just wanted to imply shenanigans. Come on, there are vans out front. We don't have to be blindfolded to go to the mall, do we? Thankfully, no. Soon sign up outside the school, waiting for a free seat in one of the shuttle vans that are traveling to and from the mall. Everyone's still in uniform. William said that spells in the mall would prevent the locals from being too curious, but my brief experience with American fashion so far, I'm not sure we would stand out that much anyway. Oh! I think. Might have been a dig, I don't know. A trip from Iris's Academy's ridden forests in the nearest town takes about half an hour. Red brick buildings with bright white trim are packed together in the town center, but do not stop there. We continue through the town and out of the other side, finally being released into a large parking lot. Compared to some of the monstrous malls I've heard about in America, my brief tour of the New York City shopping streets, this place isn't much. There's only one level to the mall, although some of the shops have their own upstairs. The most interesting feature in the guide is the indoor ice sledding. It's apparently full booked on Saturdays for ice hockey practice. Forest Academy does school trips to the mall, but they also do trips to a hockey game. Well, it doesn't exist at all in my country. I've never seen it played live. So here you are. I hope it's okay that we brought you out. I didn't think you should be cooped up on Saturday. It's fine. So, that's worth seeing. Oh, what would you consider to be worthwhile? There's not much, right? There's the food court and the video arcade and not much else. There was a store for enchantments. The item shop, yes, it's down that branch disguised as an empty shop front. You'll see it when you get close enough. Come on! I want a bubblegum waffle cone. Get it all over your face. That's the fun part. What do I want to do at the mall? Thinking... I do want to, like, see what's at the magic shop. Yeah, let's see what's at the magic shop. When you look in this direction, I set off to find the magic shop. First at the mall looks like a dead end. There's only one shop front, but it's blacked out with a coming soon sign on the door. Playing through the cat again. Gotta get my forehead kisses. Aries? That's okay, I can read. I can read like this. I do this so often. The game like this, I mean, with the cat climbing on top of me to kiss me. This part outside the mall looks like a dead end. There's only one shop front and it's blacked out with a coming soon sign on the door, but as I get closer, the illusion fades away. We reveal a second door marked with a star and a sign, Marvelous Magical Accoutrements. I think I pronounced that right. Inside the walls are lined with shelves of enchanted objects, or so it seems. I've seen real enough relics to know that the skull on the display is not real bone. I can't think of why anyone would enchant a fake skull. I can think of some fun things to do. Friday, seeing my uniform, plays me over to the displays intended for Lyris Academy students. There are 2 sets, one for practical enchantments that aid with schoolwork, and one for long-lasting glamours to enhance appearance. Fairies, just be careful not to step on me. Thank you. Is that... How far are we into this? My cat left a small shit stain on my jeans. I kind of want to... Alright, we're taking a quick break. I do want to get back to this game, get a little bit more into it. I don't know if I'll be able to do much more streaming until, like, the holidays. The Christmas, specifically. As far as my schedule goes. Not a dig against anyone. I just mean the date. I just mean the date. Actually, no. I have a fairly long break at the end of the year. I'm hoping to do another, like kind of like whole game stream like I did with Beyond around the same time last year. Really enjoyed that. Gonna go clean these pants up and change into different ones. I always wanted to do this as like a bit. It's just say like, oh, one sec, just come back in with changed pants. I guess keep that between you and me. If you're don't like give away that I've had that bit in mind if I ever get around to doing it for real. Sounds like too much of an interruption. Much like this is. I'll be right back.
You know, it was a good opportunity. Good opportunity to get more soda. And but no, I could have just come back on without pants on. Can't see him from this angle. That's another very old joke, but sure. And it occurred to me I did not. I did a really terrible job explaining this. That's the song Chaotic Dance from Baden Kaitos, the first one. You can find it on Spotify. I'm pretty sure they're saying feeling good, but I always heard feeling gay. Because I was like 13 when I played this the first time. And at the time, it was funny. And then I was like, okay, you know, that's not that funny. Now, 32, it's pretty funny again. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, that was 20 years. Oh my god. Okay, alright. Enough contemplating mortality. Wait like I said, I do want to keep going. The game does get moving faster. I want to get to, like, the first dungeon thing, at least. The first game wasn't that long. I, like, tore through the first game in, like, an afternoon. But I guess, you know, it's always slow when you're reading like this. I'm gonna shut up. Okay, can I get... You might look like an elf, but your hearing will not be improved. I do kind of want dark glasses. Some people think they look cool. Others use them to hide behind. I wear them at night so I can keep track of the visions in my dreams. For $5, yeah, give me that. To get me fixing your item, you must equip it. You can access the equipment screen to change your item sections at the end of each week. How do I get... Bat wings! Fairy wings! Enchantments! Oh, dark glasses enhances eyesight and ability to focus. Oh, so this actually does something. A normal wand? Ooh. Okay. I gotta wait like 3 weeks to get that. Is there another way to get money? I feel like there was eventually another way to get money, but like not a ton. What about the blue charm? Cast them for cheap. Okay. There are some choices to be made. I kind of want... Okay. How much is the... Fancy wand. Ooh, $50. Alright. I want the normal wand. I will be back in 3 weeks, I guess. Those dark glasses were very important. I assume they're sunglasses. I finished my shopping and joined my fellow students to return to Eidos Academy. Yeah, you can only go to like one place at the mall, which is like the worst kind of mall trip. Anonymous Grabber has invited me to tea in his rooms. It's hard to decide how to think about him, how to address him. We came up in conversation, which wasn't often. My parents always used his full name, not just any Grabner. That Grabner. Using his first name at all would be too familiar here. I'm not sure that most students even know what it is. But Professor Grabner feels wrong to me as well. That isn't his whole identity, and it's certainly not why I'm visiting him now. Grabner's rooms are just that, a set of rooms in Old English style, or at least more Old English than the rest of Irish Academy. 4-poster bed, bookshelves, and other furniture in dark wood. More than enough use to adapt this place to his own design. I wasn't sure he was serious about the tea, but he has a tray set out with the silver teapot, scones, and thick pastry cubes. There must be miniature beef Wellingtons. At home, any gathering would begin and end with coffee, but my family training has included at least some familiarity with the British afternoon tea. I just had that for real. There's like an actual tea house some distance from me that I went to with my my siblings and my grandmother, and it was an experience. Not my favorite thing in the world. I get it. Way too much just like unironically pro-British merchandise. Rather, the first thing I saw was like a British flag with King Charles's face on it, and I still need to watch some RRR again to get that out of my system. Watch that fucking movie. Oh my god. If you haven't. I'm not even gonna tell it. It's fan-fucking-tastic. Especially if you agree that colonization is bad. Oh my god. There is some comeuppance. Anyway, unsurprisingly, he is buried in a book when I make my entrance. Ah, there you are. Could have like knocked or something. It's confusing that I'm here, but you just kind of let yourself in. Whatever. I have the feeling that he isn't sure how to address me either. Neither of us wants to get into the habit of using names that would be hard to explain. So, how are your studies progressing? You have a good sense of that already as a professor, but I suppose you need my viewpoint here. I think great. We only failed like the one. Everything's sort of great so far. Well, this week you have experienced the hallowed Iris Academy tradition of freshman initiation. What did you think of it? I'm kind of just glided over okay, Pete's honest feelings, it's manipulative. We're being honest with this guy. Let's be honest with him. He didn't explain to me that the point was to trick people into feeling a sense of togetherness and belonging. If you used white magic to force us into bonding with each other, that would be wrong, wouldn't it? I think it's a trick any better. Do you feel this sense of increased togetherness with your classmates? I do, though, is the thing. That's why I'm like a little backwards about it. It's the kind of thing that requires a lot of good faith that this person, me, Peter, in the year 2024, does not have to spare for these kinds of institutions. You're aware of it, but it still functions. Is it actually a trick? All magical youth in America are required to attend and graduate from an accredited institution or forfeit their power. Okay, all magical youth. Okay, I was gonna say all youth in America kind of do that too. Although I guess no, I guess there are high school dropouts that do fine. That is not an endorsement to drop out of high school from me. That is simply a... It's fine if you do. Don't tell your parents. The guy on YouTube said it was fine. I don't care is the thing. Anyway, this was not exist solely to pass on knowledge of spells, but to enforce structure of society. We take our responsibilities seriously. Inform your parents of that when next you contact them. I thought you were contacting them? I think they would entrust their only son's welfare entirely to me without verification. Use whatever channels seem appropriate. Write to them if you must. They expect to hear from you. Considering that this man probably hasn't spoken to his own family in 10 years. Well, he's right. I should send them a message home. I don't know what his deal. This guy, he was like and that's another can of worms. This guy was like a secret romance option in the first game, and that's okay. I think it depends on the intended audience for your game and stuff, because I think everyone had a teacher that they were like, what if I could? But no teacher should have a student that's what if you could. It's an okay. And I kind of feel this way about like Kawakami in Persona 5. The difference there being that Persona 5 has an actual plot line about how awful and manipulative teacher-student relationships can be, and then it's very uncritical, letting you to then let you worry about another one because it's fine, because guys want that. I I actually really like Kawakami's character. I really, I was kind of hoping Metaphor ReFantazio would be like that. I hope that we get like an adult cast in like a Persona-ish RPG, and it doesn't have like this baggage to it. Because the other thing with Persona, like, I'm okay with the older romantical characters in that too, because that's a bit more like I'm iffy on being hot for literal teacher, but hot for doctor lady that's like mid-20s probably. Like, I feel like I'm oversharing, and the jazz is just making it worse. What the fuck were we talking about? After I finish my tea. What did he... Let's send the message on my friend. Okay. At the end of the week, I have the chance to review the things I've learned to make preparations for the future. Okay. We didn't get any new spells. Oh. Hell yeah! This is smart plus what? I still don't want to trust it. I don't want any of it. It does nothing for us. It is purely cosmetic, and that's fine. All right, let's go. Here's something outside my door. Thought it was a knock at first, but there was only a single thump. Most people rap at least twice, don't they? Maybe it's just Luke and Donald horsing around, just in case I get dressed and go see whether someone is there. The least I deserve after the way you treated me. The way I did, I don't... Oh, he sees me and cuts himself off. This isn't the time. If you would just agree... No, please leave. There's no reason to be in this hall. Sorry, an old history. She must be his ex-girlfriend. Why am I flirty? So, you prefer girls? Right now, I prefer nothing. Never mind. By the way, I believe these are yours. He hands me back a pair of my socks, and I toss them over my shoulder into my room. I'm not even going to ask. I'm here to let you know what club signups take place this week on Wednesday afternoon in the gym. You don't need to schedule a special day of gym workouts. The signups will be after class. What sort of clubs? Oh, anything. Some groups are traditional, held every year, like the drama club and the choir. Choral, technically. Choral. You said that last word, choral, but I'm not sure what it means. What's the difference between the choir and choral? I think a choir only sings religious music? I'm not sure. I'm not very musical or very religious. Students also create their own clubs around any hobby or interest they like. Even the Do Nothing Club. His mother had a very prominent cross necklace, I noticed. So, wondering if there's a story there with him not being religious. Like, even the Do Nothing Club. You ever see the anime Asobi Asobase? It's kind of the best. You should watch it. Don't at me if you think that the intro is kind of weird and you're wondering what the fuck I got you into. It's so funny and not the kind of weird that the intro looks like. That was both William and Peter talking. If you can register enough members, you can get official school recognition and the right access to extra equipment. I know V's planning to do something with sports. You can make your own fan club to talk about your life back home. Definitely not. Attracting that kind of attention would make it impossible to keep my secret. Which rules out drama club as well. Ah, shit. Really? Damn it. Think about it and let me know if you need any help with sign-up forms or posters. I think I'd rather just see what clubs other people are running. I'm here to experience the local culture after all. Right. Well then, I've got to get going. He disappears before I can ask if anything's alright with him. Well, what class should I take this week? I'm still feeling... The current stress is 16. That doesn't feel like... I feel like... Let's try dealing with it at like 20. Actually, let's make our last day that. I want to see how much down. I want to get Smurder. I want to get these. Yeah, that all looks good. Let's focus. Let's focus on blue magic seemed to be like going really well. So I almost feel like that's some kind of sign that like, hey, we're gonna need blue magic. Okay. Failure, gain 2 stress. Awesome. Success! 2 white magic and 2 stress. Okay. Hey, Doodle! Question for you. Can you sing? I think I'm okay. Great. Well, let's sign up for choral at the activities thing tomorrow. I'm not really a joiner. When did I get that? Why and when did I get that? You don't want your life to be nothing but classes and sleep, do you? It's not really so bad. I die of boredom. For a guy who gets himself into detention on purpose. I'll think about it, I guess. I'd rather look over all the options before making any decisions. Yeah, that's fair. Luke can't carry a tune, so Logan can't either, but his roommate and I are planning a demonstration. Does that mean you've already joined ahead of the signups? Well, no, but I know the choral exists, you know. The choral exists, you know. I heard about the concerts from my brother, so I already plan to join him. I guess he really likes music. Well, good luck to you with your presentation. Ring! He waves and goes on his way. Failure. Alright, I guess. I think, like. I wonder if, like, stress is a percentage chance of failing an activity. Gym is filled with booths and tables manned by eager students advertising their clubs. Some have nothing more than a title and a clipboard for prospective members to send their names onto. Others have decorative banners or even people in costume waving for attention. The girl from Snakehall holds up the poster with "Save the Dragons" drawn on a marker. I don't think dragons were endangered in the States. And didn't they mostly live in California anyway? Ooh! That's some lore! Okay! A homemade raven is standing in the line for the drama club. Balthasar Brundrick, the Toad Senior, has a little table covered in dried mushrooms. Across the room, I see Virginia putting in her roommate's towards a sports club sign on it. I'm not sure what else I should be looking at. Oh, Doodle. In my name, I turn to see Minnie Cochran waving at me. Hi, I wanted to let you know, I'm inviting all those freshmen to take part in Saturday study sessions in the library. That is a club? It's not a club exactly, but it is an activity. And you're not required to come every Saturday, even if you sign up. I'm promising that I'll be available on Saturdays to help my fellow students with their school. I can give tutoring in all colors of magic, as well as general study tips. You don't have to sign up. I'll help anyone who attends, even if they're not an official member. But if people join, well, if it's an official club, then I might be able to organize extra merit projects, too. I do like Minnie. I do like Minnie. She's pure. That sounds worse. That sounds worse. She's pure-hearted. There we go. Okay. It's like... Since it was pure, it's almost like with the intention of corrupting them. But I haven't seen any need for them so far. So, will you put your name down? I am saved from having to answer immediately by the distraction of someone leaping up onto the gym stage. Donald goes into the room, pounds his fists on his chest a few times, and seems to be broom for old shoes, poutrings, boots, and buskins. Oh, this one's even in English. It doesn't sound like the American music I've heard either. Perhaps it's an old Italian song. Will you buy room? I can't even try to do this. I don't know. Get out of here, D-tier. As Donald begins to sing the verse over and over again, Jacob Blazing climbs onto the stage behind him and joins in, beginning each phrase as Donald finishes it. The words tumble over each other into a babble, but they form pleasant Western European-style harmonies. Both Donald and Jacob have good singing voices. They finish the round and make large bows, and I applaud. Make large bows. Come this way to sign up for chorale. Coral. I think it was Coral. Like the kid from Walking Dead. Bring them down from the stage. I suppose I should decide what activities I want to join. Not the drama club. I don't want to be on stage in front of parents of performances. I think you could join the drama club in the first one. I think that's auxiliary. At least that'd be one of the group. Of course, I don't have to join anything at all. What is Dragon Club? There's that Raven Darkstar was in there. I kind of want to see her story. But like in all honesty, I'm kind of I'm feeling something with Minnie. I turn back to Minnie and give her a smile. Okay, I'll sign up for your study club. Great, just write your name down here. I sign her sheet with a flourish. Thank you. Oh, hang on, what's... Oh, huh. Okay, I found out one of my mouse buttons is for skipping, but it won't do that because I haven't read all this text. So, like I said, we'll be meeting on Saturdays in the school library. You don't have to come every week, but whenever you can, I'll be there to help you with schoolwork. Maybe there will even be somebody that you can help with their blue magic. Because you know what I'm best at. Can she see my stats? Actually, it's a balance of blue and white. Oh, should I try to join anything else? I want to see what Dragon Club's deal is, but I'll make my way back to the girl I saw earlier. Oh, Alright. Alright. Liking it. I love the Gurren Lagann-esque glasses. Alright. You're on the table. I'm hovering you around A tier. Don't screw this up. We haven't really spoken before, but I remember her introduction from freshman initiation. She's hard to forget. Suki Sato, right? She blinks at me. Well, I think so, but doesn't everyone really? I mean, it'd be strange if they didn't, don't you? Suki Sato. What's Sato? Hang on. I think there's a joke here. They're probably gonna explain. Yes? On the table here, just a poster that she's held, and she must have decided to participate in sign-ups at the last minute. So what sort of activity? Club? I don't know a club. I mean the one you're trying to make. We're not supposed to make weapons here. The student dragon club. There's a dragon club? Isn't that what you're signing people for? Signing people up would be mean. That makes no sense. But then she doesn't seem to have any sort of sign-up sheet either. If you're getting sign-ups for the club, why do you have a poster? It's a sign. I give up. Okay, alright. I'm glad we weren't, like, committing to anything with that. I got enough of Donald in the last game. Sports. I don't like this game thinking I like sports. And I think all it does is like give more options to service. You know what? I think we're good. I think I'll just go back to my room. Excuse me. We must success. Illusions. Changes of seeming are not limited only to the visual senses. So when this dialogue kicks in, it means we're learning a new spell. Alterations of scent and taste are most commonly used to enhance the caster's pleasure, but they might also disguise a danger. Today we will be working with the most basic Oh my gosh! Alteration of sound. It's complete removal. When silence is cast upon a target, any sound it might otherwise emit is altered into nothingness. You could end it in an irritating hum or hiss, or make your own footsteps completely noiseless to move with stealth. Some entities might use words to ensorcel or ensnare you. Silenced, they're harmless. However, as students with pentachromatic magic, our powers are not dependent on speech. Silencing you would not prevent you from casting spells. It would, however, prevent you from asking questions. The way he complains, I'm surprised he doesn't silence all of his students. Single target is rendered noiseless for the next 9 turns. Okay. Yeah, see, there's like an actual I don't want to say there's an actual game going, because this has been an actual game. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. So, we lost a ton of stress on that. Okay. We did not need to do that immediately, but that's okay. That's okay. A Saturday morning visitor. Announcement has been delivered, so it's probably not the mail. Hey, mind if I come in? Sure. Enter and be welcome. So you going to keep doing this all year? Thank you. So I'm here to give you a little advance warning about what's happening next week. Friday will be the first official examination of your spells and your problem-solving skills. I can't tell you exactly what to expect, but the gist of it is you will be placed in a dungeon and have to find your way out. There'll be some kind of obstacle, and you'll have to work out what spells you use to get past it so you can escape. If you succeed, you gain merits. If you can't make it out, you lose them. And if you get yourself hurt doing something really stupid, you'll probably get detention, so try to avoid that. Sometimes the professors award bonus merits for clever or unusual solutions, but don't count on it. Safer or smarter. You haven't been out of the dungeons yet, have you? No. Well, you better fix that. You don't want to be looking at that setup for the first time with merits on the line, do you? I guess not. Come on, I'll show you the way. We have the ground zero. Now, you never know exactly what you'll find when you go down below. Levels will get rearranged all the time. Points to what looks like a pair of wooden doors set at an angle, a cellar entrance. That's the main way in. Freshman section is automatically open. Don't try to open any other doors in the main corridor. It should be sealed, but just in case, don't. I'm curious what sort of challenges the upperclassmen face, but this does not sound like a good time to find out. What you want to do is walk around a little, get a feeling for what the dungeons look like, and how to target your spells. Try a few different castings, see how your energy holds up. That'll help you plan your classes for next week. You might want to pick up some more spells, or you might want to build up your health and your mana. Remember, there's always ways to solve. There's many ways to solve every problem. Play to your strengths. You sound like a professor. Yeah, well, huh? I'm sure you'll do fine, right? Don't let me down. He claps you on the shoulder. Go on and have a look around. I'll see you later. With that, he leaves. With the star sparklies. Yeah, see, I told you! They made like an actual freaking dungeon crawler in Renpai. That space is quiet and cool. I only see one door up ahead, so that must be the way. Barbara! As I'm thinking that, Barbara makes her way up the dungeon staircase. She nods at me, but doesn't say anything. Hi. She waves her fingers at me in a little wave. So, you've been in the dungeons? Right, I guess that was a stupid question. What's it like down there? She pauses. Empty, mostly. She hurries past me away before I can react to her speaking. Well, I guess I better go in. Step onto the staircase, my ears begin to tingle. Suddenly inside my head, I hear a familiar voice. Welcome, freshmen! Please pay attention to safety instructions before you make use of the dungeons. This must be a magical message shot out to play whenever someone enters for the first time. There are no hostile creatures in your practice area, only a harmless plant that you can use for target practice. Don't feel bad about smashing it. I have many seedlings. However, it is possible for you to injure yourself by casting spells unwisely. Please consider the consequences and be careful. This doesn't include what the consequences are. Also, there are no hidden treasures in the practice area. Experience is its own reward. So whenever you're experienced enough, you can walk back up the stairs and exit. Have fun. The message fades away. Okay. Yeah, this looks familiar. Man, oh, they got like the keys and everything. Oh, that lovely little... So I think... So I think these are just like... There's no like... I guess when you get down to it, you can kind of describe any video game. It's like, there's not really a dungeon here, but like, it's, I believe, different, just different pictures. Like, we're not seeing a 3D render. Like, you can tell how, roughly similar some of these are. There's like little variations based on the distance we're going, but, okay, let's, ooh. I step forward into total darkness. Light! Here. You cast light. The darkness is dispelled. Oh, okay. I understand then. Still training dummy. Rolls in. Alright. Let's inspect the training dummy. Inspection only works on inanimate. Oh, fucking. Okay, alright. I mean, it's. When does it stop? Because it's been removed. It doesn't have any nutrition. It's not, like, You should have specified, like, non-living matter. Not inanimate objects. Because the wooden chair is an inanimate object. But a plastic chair is non-living matter. Alright. Let's diagnose the tree. Cast diagnosis on the tree. Dummy has 15 health and 5 magic remaining. It has no health condition. The plant waves its branches. Shut the fuck up. The plant waves its branches. Okay. Breeze. Ignores. The plant waves its branches. Okay. Nice meeting you, plant. They say there's no... oh, that's disorienting. Because what I want to do... I press down, and what I want to do is just, like, backpedal. But instead it's, like, change direction. You nudge the wall. Okay, I was wondering if... I was hoping it's instantly, like, you bump into the wall. It's coming through really weird on the... Oh. Okay. Alright, I thought it was, like, coming through weirder on the stream there. It looks okay on the preview I have. Spirit sense? Faint trace of spirit within the plant. Detect no further sentient creatures other than yourself. The plant waves its branches. Well, nice meeting you, plant. Try it one more time. Okay. Inspect the wall. The forward wall. Too much for a spell to examine in detail. Okay. How about the left wall? Okay. How about the right wall? How about the floor? Okay. What is actually up with the floor here? Oh, okay. Floor is made of stone and very solid. Horus was here, is inscribed upon its branches. The plant, inscribed upon it. That's what it is. Okay. Well. Okay, I think that's enough testing random. The fact that they tell you that there aren't secrets there is like... They may as well tell you there are secrets there, right? But it also kind of feels like you should be able to trust these. Like the teachers have been pretty straightforward with you. At night I dream of home. I dream of grapevines clinging slow to steep slopes and mountains rising from the sea. I dream the scent of the Aleppo pine, warm and bitter and woody, and the cones rolling at my feet. I dream the footsteps of the lost wolves, padding through fields, past hay drying in the Kolsuki, up and up into a village, disappearing in smoke at an arched front door. I hear the purring song of the dove, like a messenger outside my window. Messenger. Morning I wake, the dream still lingers in my mind. I cast a quick spirit sense, but there's no sign of anything hanging around. Messenger, if there was one, is gone. Yeah, so... Pick up on that, you learn spells that, like, you will automatically use them at certain junctures. Your character will usually do, like, try to do smart things with them. From one of the drawers beneath the bookshelf, I withdraw a box of copper filigree, a deceptively strong container of metal lacework. I set the box on my desk and open it. There's nothing inside. I press my fingertips against the interior surface and trace out a spiral pattern, then close the box. Message, however. Huh. There's a faint pulse of magic. I open the box again, and now it contains a letter. Dear son, of course it was from my parents. Who else would use this method? Who else could? We've not been completely out of touch, and nobody never speaks with them. And this is certainly not the first time we've been parted. Still, it is nice to hold the messages they sent themselves. They comment on my magical progress so far, ask about the friends and contacts I made. There's all sorts of things, and because this is a formal letter, they close with a reminder to always uphold the honor of our house and our land. Even in this wild and distant land, I can never truly forget that I am a prince. Oh! Okay, I mean, kinda guessed that. Are we Sin Kisuke? The from Illyria, we're a prince. Just saying. I had the chance to read things in my future. Okay. Didn't really get anything. So, I do not trust that wand. I'm not equipping it. Alright. I went to my room in the morning. I ran into Donald and Luke. First exam, man, you're a wild seed. Nobody's expecting you to set records. Yeah, but look, Phil, you get some demerits, big deal. We ought to get rid of those. Luke doesn't look too reassured. Talking about this week's test. How are we supposed to pass a test if we don't know how it works or what it's about or anything? We have to cast our spells in front of the whole class with everyone watching us to see if we screw up. Come on, I've seen you in class just fine. Sometimes. If I knew exactly what we had to do, I could practice. Sorry, man. All I know is that it's about casting spells somehow. William said telling us anything more wouldn't be fair. William did tell me more than that. So, you know, I figure thinking on our feet must be part of the point, right? I do want to... I don't... Here's the thing. I do not like... Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm seeing in, like, the stream preview now that the choice is, like, flickering when I unmouse. Is there, like, anything else weird going on? I do not see this flicker when I mouse off. I mouse off and it just goes straight to normal button on my main screen. Maybe I should be okay. I might look into that later. I don't care for yeah, I don't care for that effect. I might look into like what is doing that. But just sorry, bear with me for the rest of this. While I agonize on this. I'm gonna give them a little bit more information. I'm gonna help them out because it's not. I told them I don't want special treatment, so I'm gonna even the field like this. I heard they put you down in the dungeons. You have to find the exit and escape using magic. So you can't practice exactly what to do ahead of time. You have to face whatever obstacles turn up. Well, that makes sense. I'm doomed. Dude, relax. It'll be fine. Especially now that Doodle. Wait, how did you know that? I only just found out there's a test this week at all. Rumors. I don't know, just something I heard in the cafeteria when the older students were talking. Wasn't paying attention. Come on, we have to set our schedules for the week. What should I do this week? Okay. We don't need to rest very often. I think we can tell that much. Let's do... Blue Dabba D. Spread out a little bit. Get more of that white magic too. Actually, study white first because apparently that helps with studying other stuff as we've heard. Now, my little fireflies, lay your pens down and listen quietly. With magic and with white magic in particular, your eyes will be open to all manner of secrets. Just because you can peek beneath the veils doesn't mean that you should. By opening your spirit, you can sense the emotions of those around you, their fears, their needs, their honesty, their threat. It can be a useful way to find out whether an unknown entity is dangerous to you, or to demonstrate to one that you are not. It would be dreadfully rude to expose someone's delicate tendress. What? So, if while we are practicing, I discover that one of you has a little crush on me, I would tell. Oh. Think about that before you try to spy on your friends. They are very likely to notice. Reveals the emotional state of the target. Okay. Night magic class. Ah, okay. It's coming along well. Magic class, success. I'll be holding an extra review session after class for students wishing to prepare for tomorrow's exam. It's up to you whether you choose to attend. It's a review session, so we shouldn't be teaching anything new, but there might be clues about the exam. Should I go? Yeah, that'd be useful. Excuse me. Numerous freshmen are so crammed cheek to cheek, whispering vague guesses about how tomorrow's exam process will work. From what I can hear, most don't even suspect the dungeons will be involved. I'm far ahead in terms of planning. I probably shouldn't even be here. Taking up space and there's not much to go around. Before he commences to squeeze out, Grabner makes his appearance. Open your notebooks if you have them. It's not a quiz. This is for your own benefit. If you do not know the answer, look it up or ask someone. His own book as if to demonstrate. If you've paid any attention to your schoolwork up to this point, he has a high opinion of his students, doesn't he? You should have a basic conceptual understanding of the pentachromatic system and its divisions, including a broad range of uses for magic and the scope represented by each color of the categories. Mr. Arias. A head snaps up. Yes, sir? I did not know there were cute little wolf people, boys or girls. It's a kid from Toad Hall, probably some kind of werewolf from the Ears and Tails. If I was to cast a spell to make a beast's fur fall out, what color of magic would I use? Probably green. Green, sir. I should hope that you would know that much without the need to ask my approval. Miss Middleton, what color of magic would you choose to transform a lump of coal into a diamond? That would be black. Well, it seems like there should be multiple approaches. Choose one. Red, sir. How do you intend to accomplish this change by the application of force? Because pressure, baby! Well, diamond and coal are both made from carbon, and scientists can synthesize diamonds in laboratories. So if you apply sufficient heat and pressure, that's enough. Miss Middleton, your method may not be impossible, but it's dangerously impractical. Some of that level of energy would melt the flesh from your bones. Oh. Can Americans really turn coal into diamonds without magic? Nobody can think too long about that one. He has turned his gaze upon me. Mr. McDingle. What kind of magic might you use to send a message to a fellow classmate? Depending on what kind of. I can feel people looking at me and I expect to show off and play dumb. What color should I pick? I mean... Alright. White. Explain. I could ask a spirit to deliver a message for me. Interesting idea, if perhaps a dangerous one. He continues in this vein, putting individual students on the spot to answer questions about the application of each color of magic. Suddenly, his voice cuts off in the middle of his sentence. Mr. Danson. Yes, sir. You do not appear to have need of these revisions. You are excused. You may find more challenging material to occupy you this Saturday in detention. Yes, sir. He leaves the room. Whatever he was planning, it doesn't seem to have worked. I hope this revision turns out to be worthwhile. It is somewhat tiring. Smart and stress increased by 1. Yeah. I mean, it was basically an extra class. It got smarts out of it. That ain't nothing. I walked into a knock on the door. Joyous morning to you, Doodle. And a wonderful morning to you as well. Flirty in general, sure. But like, yeah, we've been trying to be suave. I kind of want some permission of like who I'm going to be flirty with. Oh, you charmer. You come to deliver the exam. I've come to deliver the exam schedules, actually. There's just a solo exam, so each student has a separate time slot. Report to the listed room at the time indicated to receive further instructions. We'll report straight to the dungeons. Have a lovely day. She continues down the hall to the next door. According to the schedule, I'll find out how it all works this afternoon after class. I wonder if William was being honest about the dungeon thing. This is the time and the place I was ordered to report. The door to the room is closed, and I can't see or hear anyone around. Am I early or late, or are they also waiting for me? Now knock solidly on the door, and between one knock and another, the world changes. Oh, I think I remember this from the first game. Yeah. find myself elsewhere. You are now in dungeon level 1, layout 2A. Oh, that's me now. I can't see anyone here, and the voice doesn't sound like one of the professors, but logically it must be the projection. The exit to this dungeon lies beyond the darkness in front of you. You must use magic in order to escape. Good luck. I wait a moment, but that appears to be the final instruction. Still, I knew this was coming, so it's not much of a surprise. Well, it's up to me to find my way out. I'm glad I didn't, like, misdirect, Donald and Luke. I forward into total darkness. Light! Here! Alright. Examine. Walls. Forward wall. I completely missed the examine. No. As far as your eyes can tell, it seems to be an ordinary stone wall. Needs more skulls is inscribed upon it. Needs more skulls! Let's not go blaring magic everywhere. I cast light on the darkness. I cast light on the darkness. I attack the darkness. Does this look like... That stonework looks way too even, doesn't it? It's like off color too. I got a funny feeling. This wall contains a secret door. It seems to be connected to something in the floor. Okay. Oh. Let's examine the floor. It's an ordinary stone floor, though a bit dirty. You can't see any more details with just your eyes. Okay. You cast inspection on the floor. The floor is made of stone and very solid. There appears to be a trigger mechanism hidden in the floor, which connects to the east wall, and a tiny button to trigger it. You can examine the floor to interact with it. Okay. Examine the floor. It looks like an ordinary stone. There's a tiny hidden button on the floor. Hang on. What's up with these vines, man? Vines clinging to the stones of the dungeon wall. They might provide handholds. We'll see about that. Diagnose them. They're not strong enough to bear your weight. Okay. Oh, I wonder if there's like some kind of healing magic we could have learned to buff them up. And let's just examine this. You examine the wall. As far as your eyes can tell, it seems to be an ordinary stone wall. Go back. This is not the way, is inscribed upon it. Okay. This... Alright. Examine floor. Let's press the button. Hey, alright. Yes. Hell yeah! We're an amazing wizard. I wait my way up to the surface, blinking a bit of the sunlight. Congratulations, Doodle! For succeeding in your quest, you received 5 merits. I hope you enjoyed putting your skills into practice. The first... That was different from the first game's one. This had a lot... We didn't need much. We just needed, like, 2 uses of inspection. Like, we could have got through this with basic magic. The other one... Maybe I was just an idiot in the first game, but it was like it was either get a bunch of blue to learn like teleportation, or get like you were literally in like a 10 by 10 room with just solid walls, and it was like, oh, did you not study blue or black? To teleport or to like make the wall crumble, then tough shit. Get demerit, get railroaded onto the railroaded into romance with Donald. Hope you enjoyed putting your skills in practice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another student to look after. Well, that's done. So, how'd the exam go? No sweat, right? Oh, come on, it was easy. What went wrong? I don't know. I was just having trouble getting my spells to come out. I knew I needed light, but sometimes nothing happened. And then I was trying to follow the breeze. I got mixed up, and I blew up the wall. The one with the secret door. Yeah. So, no problem then. You passed. Yeah. You didn't have any trouble, right, Doodle? Nope. I think it's time to relax. And I think... Saturday morning, someone knocks on my door. Time is it now? Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock where I am. So, I'm gonna save here. Save. Pete, check the flickering in the stream. Change the recording method or something. Wow, how long can this string be? My God. Wait. There we go. I'm like, born Catholic that I am, I'm pretty anal about using the capital G for God, and well, I guess when it's all capitalized, you should use the lowercase g. That just makes the most sense to me. Anyway, overwrite. That's so good. Oh man, okay. I'm going to laugh just as hard when I pull this up next time. Hey. Thanks for watching. You know, whether live or in the VOD later, you know. Hope you had a good time. And something I meant to say towards the beginning is that, like, you will find that hopefully you found already. It's been quite a few days, but you'll find that stuff you like is still around, and you can still like it. Songs are still good, games are still fun, and you know, I hope these like chill, weird little streams are fun thing for you to look forward to. If this episode does numbers, maybe we'll come back to Magical Diary. Maybe I'll just do like a maybe I'll just like record myself on the rest and like play some highlight reel or something. But yeah, no, again, thank you for joining. I also meant to say these are things that I look forward to when I can do them. I wish I was busy. You might have guessed I moved. It's the second floor of my parents' house. They don't know I'm here still. There's reasons for that, and I'm really like literally blessed to have been able to do this and still do it here. And I've been meaning to tell Dad that once during any of these given streams he can come in from the back door and ask if I'm winning, son. But yeah, no, and hey, look, other 30-somethings that have found themselves still relying on their parents a lot. It's fine, man. Sometimes it's world's just wasn't ready for us. Feels like I don't know. I don't know if that's meant to be inspirational or what. It feels like the right way to put it. Yeah. That is it. That is it. People, you know, in my situation, the average young millennial, it's not that we were not ready for the world. It's that the world wasn't ready for us. There's no shame in sticking with family, and, you know, especially where we gotta make money and do stuff. I'm getting serious again. Point is,
you're not alone. I'm still like a little. Part of me is still embarrassed that I had to do this, but probably shouldn't be. Probably nobody should be. Take the embarrassment at failing the system and failing, quote unquote, and turn it into anger with the system, and be part of something that takes it down, and part of what comes next. I feel like I'm getting like way too many big ideas at the end here. This is not the kind of stuff I normally talk about. But just wanted to address elephants in the literal room and elephants in the larger scale room. Actually, I really like this. I really like this framing for me. Actually, it's a lot more going on than there was at the previous office. I have a really nice print of a painting that I need to put up on the blank space behind me, so I will definitely have that by next time. And hopefully next time is, I'll try to fit one in. Around like the beginning of December. If not, it'll be during my like long stretch of days off at the end of the year. And wherever you are, I mean, any variety of holiday that you're celebrating, just have a good time at the same time of the holidays that you don't celebrate. Wow, I get rambly. I get really rambly during this. I need to stop. This has been a silly Wizard School game, and next time might be this. Next time might be something more substantial as a game that I don't have to constantly be reading and drying out my voice and everything. These not surprisingly exhausting voice-wise for these. I'm done. This has been like a 5-minute outro. I'm done. Thank you for watching, and seriously, good luck out there. Not that you need it. Not that you need it more than anyone else. We all need a little bit, and I hope you catch all that you need. See ya.